In Louisiana and Bowling Green. This is Eagle 102 KJF. Area high school football is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the field for high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to the final week of the regular season for 2022. High school football is on Eagle 102, and the high school football game of the week this week is at Cunningham Field as the Louisiana Bulldogs are taking on the Wright City Wildcats. Mark Froelich and Gordon Sanders here at Cunningham Field, and Wright City took it on the chin last week at the hands of Bowling Green, 83-7. Louisiana coming into this ball game at 2-6, and trying to make a little push here before the district tournament begins.
Looking to wrap up the regular season with another win, which would be the third on the year for the Louisiana Bulldogs. Perfect night. Can we say that? A perfect night for football this evening?
Oh, it's beautiful tonight. It's beautiful. Temperature is perfect. The sunset is perfect on the far side of the field, and it's just a great night and hopefully a great result for the Louisiana Bulldogs tonight. We'll start the pregame show for you next from Cunningham Field on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank & Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank & Trust app today. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Cunningham Field, getting ready for Week 9 action, the final week of the regular season here on KJFM. The Wright City Wildcats visiting the Louisiana Bulldogs, and we talked about districts right off the hop, Gordon, and if the season ended today, which it'll end in about 3 hours, but if seedings hold as to where they are right now, because unlike any other sport in the Missouri High School Activities Association, this one does not go by a selection meeting amongst the coaches of that district. This goes on a formula with strength of schedule, blah, blah, blah. So a computer figures out. They go with analytics to decide who takes on who in the district tournament.
They have a formula. The numbers are crunched as they're entered in each week. So in very, very short order, know exactly who's facing who for district play.
So if the season were over right now, in Class 1 District 2, which is the district that Louisiana is in, they would be on the road for a rematch with Crystal City. Louisiana's 2-6 and have 27.29 district points based on their win-loss record and strength of schedule. They take on Crystal City, who's 7-1 and 51.39. That's a 3-6 game, so Louisiana would be the 6th seed, but they gave Crystal City a game earlier this year and beat them last year, so that would be a winnable game in the old stadium down there in Crystal City.
And you mentioned a point there, the district seedings will be, the higher seed gets the home field advantage, so that's where the game would be taking place again if it ended before kickoff.
Yeah. Deschênes would be the top seed in that district. They're 5-3 with a 58.83 point per game. Number 2 would be Brentwood, who took out Louisiana last year in the opening round of districts on a last-second Hail Mary. They're 7-1 with 57.41. They'd be hosting Van Far, who's 1-7 with 22.25 championship points, if you will. St. Pius X would host Grandview in the 4-5 matchup in Festus. So that rounds out this district if it were over right now. Bowling Green is in Class 2, District 7. Obviously, even if they somehow, by some chance, lost tonight, they'd still be the number 1 seed in that district. And they'll be sharing an opening round bye with Centralia because MMA dropped out. They ended their season early. So Bowling Green at 8-0 with a 47.8 point ratio, and Centralia with a 7-1 record at 42.59. They'd have the opening round byes. Hallsville would host Palmyra in the 3-6 matchup. Hallsville 4-4. Palmyra did pick up a win last week in dramatic fashion in overtime, I believe. So they're 1-7. Clark County and Montgomery County would be the 4-5, and that would be hosted by the Clark County Indians. So that is a long drive for Montgomery County.
And we'll challenge you also to remember a time that Palmyra was 1-7.
I can't remember. And, I've been here since 2001. I can't remember them being 1-7 or having to go to overtime to get one win.
They were one of those teams 4 decades ago that even then people just talked about reloading. So that's always something that you're normally used to with the Palmyra Ball Club that's been down this season and actually didn't work to Bowling Green's advantage. I think Bowling Green would have much rather seen a well-heeled Palmyra team.
Yeah, it's interesting that their downward slide coincided last year with them moving out of the old historic field to the new on-campus football field.
That move was just too much for them.
Yeah, well, there's something to be said about tradition. Something to be said about tradition. So there's our look at districts. Let's talk about Wright City. They lost 83-7 to Bowling Green last week. They're a better team than that. Bowling Green is just so much better than everyone else this season that the Wildcats just took it on the chin last week. But they're a throwing team. Just looking at some of the stats for the Wright City Wildcats, if I can get to them.
On paper, the two teams do match up fairly well.
Yeah, Womack, 21 catches for 235 yards. Jeremiah Davis is their leading receiver, 19 catches for 332 yards. They like to throw the ball, and it's an odd delivery, but it worked last week on a number of occasions at Bowling Green with Joey Gendron. He throws a very high ball but can get it downfield, and he's got some athletic receivers. Passing yards, 888 through the first 8 weeks of the season. Total offense, 1,982 yards. So they're averaging 111 passing yards per game and rushing just 1,094 yards. So 135, almost 137 average per game. So they're really not outrunning the passing game right now.
In a strategic blend of strategy and fashionability, you're not going to have an easy time picking up the player if you're going man-to-man and need to spot them by their numbers.
No, the numbers are bad. Yellow on whitish gray or off-white, it's not a great look. They look good. You just can't tell who's who for the Wright City Wildcats. Those are an overview of Week 9. We'll take a look at our keys to the game after this on KJFM.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Baragiola Hardware and Lumber.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game here for Week 9, Louisiana has to watch the pass. That's kind of what I was talking to head coach Greg Pitzer about when I was getting the starting lineup earlier. This team, they love to air it out. We just mentioned it in some of the stats. You have to respect the run because it's almost 50-50, and but you also have to maybe keep a spy out there. I don't know. But Louisiana has good athletes out on the corners, so I think they can stack up pretty well against a Wright City passing game.
Being able to create an opportunity or two off the pass, the team that throws with that kind of frequency in high school sports is also vulnerable to turning the ball over.
Yeah, definitely vulnerable to the pick. And just looking at 9 passing TDs for Joey Gendron. That's not an incredible amount, 14 rushing touchdowns, but I think the pass sets up a lot of those rushing TDs for this team. So you got to respect the run, but look for the pass if you're going to grab a Week 9 victory and pick up your 3rd win of the season if you're the Louisiana Bulldogs. Those are our keys to the game. We've got starting lineups coming up next.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Bibb Veach and Collier Funeral Homes, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354 or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starting lineups for this ball game, we'll start with the Wright City Wildcats. They're 4-4 and coached by Tyler Rickard. And they'll start on the defense. The defensive line is number 69, a freshman, Hakeem Dowdy. Also on the line, number 62, sophomore Mason Wentz, a very young line. The senior on that line is number 55, Roman Attaway. Your linebackers, a freshman, number 54, Quinn Schnarr. A senior, number 23, Jeremiah Davis. And junior, number 4, Carleon Jones, is the other linebacker. It's a very defensive back-heavy Wright City team, and the D-backs go like this. Sophomore, number 10, Dwan McRoberts. Also in the defensive back position, a sophomore, number 7, Caden Allison. And 2 seniors, number 2, Nate Womack, and number 1, Blake Hogan, the other defensive backs. And those are your starting 11 for the Wright City Wildcats. For the Louisiana Bulldogs, very senior-heavy lineup. Of course, Latrell Weber out with injury, so he couldn't start tonight. But they'll get number 2 at wide receiver, Jack Logan. Also at wide receiver, senior Donovan Richards. He wears number 5. The other receivers, senior number 17, Wyatt Harrison. And the line goes like this. Senior number 77 at left tackle, Siler Felderworth. Number 69, a senior at left guard, Gavin Crabtree. At right guard, number 56, Brendan Hughes. He's a sophomore. And also a sophomore, number 55 at right tackle, Ben Nictula. Rounds out the center, of course, a junior, number 50, Wyatt Martin. And then the backfield, tailback is a sophomore, number 9, Brady Shepard, and the quarterback is number 32, a senior, Kenny McCormick. So those are your starters for both sides, offense for Louisiana and defense for Wright City, as the captain go out to the 50-yard line to meet with the officials and drop the flip the coin on this Week 9 matchup. I think Louisiana has a very good shot tonight if they can defend that pass.
They've got the motivation to, again, wrap their season up with a win going into district play. And Wright City, of course, looking to wipe the taste of last week out of their mouth.
And speaking of their opponent from last week, Bowling Green is at North Callaway tonight. They've already claimed at least a share of the EMO Conference Championship with their 8-0 record, but right behind them is North Callaway at 7-1 in the conference. So they could technically, if they can beat Bowling Green somehow, claim half of that district or the conference title at home tonight.
Do you know what the point spread is on that game?
Do we have spreads?
No, absolutely not, because it's high school sports. You passed that test.
If there was, what would that be?
Significant.
Significant, yes. Bowling Green 15 points away from the single-season school record, and I'm predicting that's in the first 2.5 minutes.
It definitely won't make it out of the first quarter.
No,
that would be safe.
Not at all. The coin has been flipped. We'll take a quick break, come back with kickoff after this in Week 9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, B&J Septic, and Advanced Eye Care.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high-interest rate CD. Or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Louisiana tries the onside kick, and Wright City recovers, and we are underway here at Cunningham Field. Mark Prunick, Gordon Sanders here in Week 9, the final week of the regular season, as Jenron brings the offense out on the field, and they take a knee as I think they had a player out there for Louisiana, or for, was it for Louisiana to get him in there for senior night?
Was that what? Okay. No, that.
They had okay, so it was to honor a senior for Wright City who couldn't play, and now they'll bring in an 11th player. So they had 8 men. They had a senior have a significant injury, and so that's what that was about on first down. So it brings up second down and 11 after the kneel down loss. So a nice moment for Wright City to honor their teammate. So on second down and roughly 10, they didn't give him a loss on the play. They put it out to the far side. That little
that'll be a loss on the play.
Yeah.
Play started on the 43-yard line, and ball's going to be moved back to the 37.
Yeah, they play that spread, and that's that little dump out to the left, and Louisiana bid on it pretty hard and gets the tackle for looks like a 6-yard loss. So it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Make it a 3rd and 15 for
Fourth
the
and
Wright
15.
City Wildcats. 4th on the very first play, or on the very first possession.
After the kneel down, the completion for a loss, then the incompletion. So they'll bring out the punt team, and they've got a pretty good punter on the Wright City side. A little closer to the field this week. Can almost see the numbers for Wright City. Kick goes across the 50, bounces, takes a Louisiana bounce all the way back to midfield, and it's going to be down by the Wildcats at the 49-yard line, their own 49. So tough break there for Wright City. It wasn't a bad punt, but it took a very Louisiana bounce.
Jake Smith stopped it at that 49-yard line, so ball starting in Wright City territory for Louisiana's first drive of the ball game.
And Kenny McCormick, the senior, will bring the offense onto the field for the first time here on senior night. Bulldogs. This might be some of their best starting field position. They line up 3 receivers in a row here on the near sideline. 1 receiver to the far side on first down. And McCormick going to take it himself. Those receivers used as blockers, and he'll get 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
We'll put the ball at the 47-yard line of Wright City.
A lot of deception there for a game that gets roughly 2 yards. With the 3 receivers lined up, that was a very unique formation. Now 2 on the near side. They'll put Harrison in motion. The give is to Brady Shepard, and he's dropped for a loss back to midfield. 3-yard loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Brady Shepard dropped for a loss.
Shepard's first carry of the ball game.
Siler Felderworth, he had a sprain in his knee a couple of weeks ago, didn't play last week, and he is in some pain right now for Louisiana. So we have got an injury timeout with 9:31 to go here in the opening quarter. No score on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Jackson Automotive, Central Elevator, W5 Auction Services, and DG Firearms, LLC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
9:31 to go here in the opening quarter. Felderworth walks off under his own power, but he is not happy, and I'm not sure if he'll be back in this ball game. Being consoled on the near sideline by Alex DeZira. So 3rd and 10.5, and McCormick looking to throw. Throws to the near side, and that's Harrison. He's got the first down yardage and more. Looking to get around him, and he's brought down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. First down on a nice run, catch and run by Wyatt Harrison.
Nice gain for the Bulldogs. Gets them a first down and keeps this initial drive alive.
Just a nice screen pass, and Harrison did the rest with his legs. So McCormick gives to Brady Shepard. He puts the head down and rumbles across the 20-yard line to, now they'll mark him down right at the 20.
Yeah, just shy. Yeah, just shy of a first down with the 9-yard pickup for Shepard.
Shepard looked a little hobbled as he came off and will be replaced by DeMarco Green here on 2nd and 1. Bulldogs looking to strike first here in week number 9. McCormick, hand off to Green, bounces off a man to the near side, got first down yardage and more. Across the 15 to about the 11. Nice run by DeMarco Green, and another first down for Louisiana. If you can get both him and Shepard with a little bit of McCormick running out of the backfield, that is a big-time threat in the run game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, solid running threat. That was a pickup of 10 for Green.
And now they'll get Wright City to jump offside, so it's going to be 1st and goal. Actually, probably still be 1st and 10, wouldn't it? That's going to be, nope, it was 1st and goal last time because it was right at the 10-yard line. So Green will be the lead blocker for McCormick, and McCormick is fighting for that last yard, and he is stopped short of the goal line. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Just stopped short of the goal line. Brings up 2nd down and goal from about the 1-yard line.
So 4-yard gain.
And about a yard to go.
Bulldogs looking to score on their opening possession after the defense got a 3 and out. Wright City's punt gave him a short field. Put 2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. Here on 2nd and goal from the 1. McCormick again. Fakes the option, runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. McCormick into the end zone to give Louisiana a 6-0 lead. The score comes with 7:33 to go here in the opening quarter. So with the exception of the pass to Harrison, pretty much kept it on the ground for a 49-yard drive and an early touchdown here to take the lead on Wright City. They'll go for 2 here. As McCormick and Green in the backfield. Kenny again gives the pitch to Green, and he's in. On the option, a little flip to DeMarco, and Louisiana puts on the 2-point conversion. Again, 7:33 to go in the opening quarter. It's 8-0 Bulldogs here in Week 9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner-broker of Remax Realty Shop, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Silex Banking Company.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
So despite Felderworth getting banged up, maybe Brady Shepard getting a little banged up, Louisiana able to put it in. Kenny McCormick on a 1-yard touchdown. And the Bulldogs add the 2-point conversion.
Very positive sign when your running game gets going right out the gates, because that gives you a lot to build upon.
Bulldogs will kick off for the second time. The first one was an onside attempt that Wright City recovered in a scrum. They had an opportunity to get that onside. They're going to try it again. And this one is loose and taken in at the 48-yard line.
As you said, another opportunity, though, for Louisiana to recover that one. So my guess is we'll continue to see that.
Gavin McCord, it actually bounced off his chest, and he had to crawl on top of it when Louisiana was swarming on that loose ball. So 1st and 10.
This drive starting at the 47-yard line for the Wildcats. About where we were at a drive ago.
They'll change things around at the line. Give is up the middle and stopped immediately for a drop. A loss.
Nice tackle that time by Ben Nictula, the sophomore, brought him down in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, he was all conference last season as a freshman.
So about 2 and change.
Put the ball right on the 45-yard. They gave him forward progress to the 45.
Still calling it 2nd and 13.
So the Bulldogs have been pretty stout here defensively, and their defensive line, very good. They didn't lose as much as they thought after last season, but this one's going to the outside into open field, and it's going to be a foot race. It's going to be a foot race to the goal line, and Wright City going to score. That's going to be a 55-yard touchdown run.
Wright City.
Just found that far sideline and then brought it back. That was Jeremiah Davis for 55 yards. That wasn't Davis. Yeah, it was. Davis got the second carry, and they're going to go for the extra point here, as they've got a pretty good kicker, and this one is up, and it is good. 7-6.
Is up and good, and they cut the lead. The Bulldog lead to
8-7. Touchdown comes with 6:38 to go in the first. We got a ball game here in Week 9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
8-7 here, and Wright City will kick off for the first time, and they have been known to onside quite a bit as well. Over at Kingdom City, Bowling Green leads North Callaway with 10:23 to go in the first, 8-0. So it wasn't in the first 2 minutes that they set the single-season record, but they do have the lead early against the Thunderbirds.
The senior for the Wildcats, Jeremiah Davis, showed some speed there until that run of 55 yards. He was working in the negatives that he had been brought down behind the line on both previous carries, but he showed some breakaway speed.
Yeah, and that's the first time that they ran away from that front four that's been so good for Louisiana. Here's the onside attempt to the far side. Fielded in the air on the far side by Jack Logan, and he runs it out of bounds in Wright City territory.
Reception, and takes it to the 48 of Wright City.
That's where Louisiana will take over. So pretty much the same starting field position as their opening drive that resulted in a touchdown and 2-point conversion. So the Bulldogs from the 49. 1st and 10 in a 1-point game. McCormick in a deep shotgun here on first down. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Now they'll look to the sideline, maybe an audible. They'll check the wristbands, down to 6 on the play clock. Put a man in motion, that's Harrison. He fakes that option, and Kenny's going to lose a yard back to the 50. Pretty much how the first drive started, with a loss of 1.
Maybe a half a yard gain to bring up second down and 10.
They're going to say no gain, so his forward progress got back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs, 25 on the play clock.
Green joining McCormick in the backfield this time for the Bulldogs.
Midway point of the first quarter, 6 minutes to go.
3 receivers split left.
McCormick, he's got that option. Doesn't pitch this time, busts through that linebacking core and ends up with a gain of about 8 out to the 42-yard line.
For about a 9-yard gain.
And it'll be 3rd and about 2 for the Bulldogs.
Couple yards is what Louisiana needs to keep this drive moving.
And they'll go to Green. He's got the first down. Big time tackle at the end of it, but DeMarco Green gets 4 yards and a first down.
Hobbling a little bit as he's returning to the huddle.
Yeah, he had a big guy fall on top of him there at the end, actually almost like a body slam from the top rope.
Ball sitting at almost the 38-yard line of Wright City.
5:05 to go here in the opening quarter.
Wyatt Harrison now in the backfield along with McCormick for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldog backs are starting, and here's a pitch out. Actually, Kenny probably should have dove forward with that, kept it on the option, but he gets it to Harrison, who gets the line of scrimmage back. It'll be 2nd and 10.
4:36, 8-7 the score. The Bulldogs up by 1 halfway through the first quarter of play. More than that.
Under 5 minutes to go now. Bulldogs looking to score for their 2nd straight possession. They put Harrison in motion again. The give is to Wyatt Harrison. Cuts it upfield, and they'll get a gain of about 3, it looks like, down to the 36-yard line.
The hole he found closed up quickly. So it's going to be a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 8. They gave him 2 on the play. So the Bulldogs have their work cut out for them. It is 2-down territory, though.
And Louisiana's fared well on 3rd down so far in the ballgame. DeMarco Green in the backfield again with McCormick. 3 receivers split right this time. Jack Logan out to the left.
This is where Harrison made the nice catch last time. Louisiana runs out of time. They'll have to take a timeout here with 3:37 to go in the opening quarter. 8-7 Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs facing a 3rd and 8 after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Williams Road Repair Shop and JGS Cattle Company, Reed Insurance Agency, and Spring Valley Accounting.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Pioli Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
8-7, Louisiana leading Wright City here in the opening quarter, Week 9 action on Eagle 102. 16-0, Bowling Green, 6:08 to go in the first. That is a school record for the Bobcats, single season points total. So congratulations to Coach Chin and the 2022 Bowling Green Bobcats, setting a school record for total offense at the midway point of the first quarter over at Kingdom City. We're at Cunningham Field in Louisiana, and the Bulldogs going to the air. McCormick, pump fake. Now he goes to the far side. Pump fake again, puts the head down, and he's going to get stopped shy of the first down, down to the 34-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about 5, gain of 3 on the play. Just couldn't find an option on the outside.
And with that spot just inside the 35-yard line.
I thought it was more like a 4th and 5. They're saying 4th and almost 7. It's not as big a gain as we thought. McCormick in the shotgun with DeMarco Green next to him. Big fourth down play here on the Bulldogs' second drive. They're going to send the pressure. McCormick rolls out to his right, puts it in the air. He's got a receiver, Harrison, and he overthrows him. It'll be a turnover on downs. Back to Wright City.
Harrison needed another step on the defender.
2:39 to go in the opening quarter. That's a big stop for Wright City in a one-point ball game. They're 1 for 2 offensively, scoring and drives. That first one, they took a knee to open the game to honor their teammate. Couldn't convert, had to punt it away to Louisiana. Bulldogs score. Wright City's second possession, they were able to put it in the end zone on a 55-yard run.
The only really positive play by the offense for Wright City the last drive.
Multi-option there, and he's gone. One man to beat, and he is in a foot race again. And he will score. He's pulling away from the pack. Wow. Touchdown, Wright City. 2:26 to go in the opening quarter. Dwan McRoberts this time. And that is, they've got breakaway speed. They really do.
As that one was good for 65 yards.
And the Wildcats lead the Bulldogs 13-8 here in the opening quarter. So 2 big plays. And I think that's really the story of the Wright City season. They're good for a couple of those breakaways, and the rest is going to be nip and tuck. And whistles come out before the extra point. A chop block against the kicking team? Is that what he just said? That'll move them back. Yeah, that's what it was.
So the extra point's going to be from just a little bit further back. Like, no, that can't be the
15.
call.
Yeah, 15 yards, yeah. So he's fully capable of kicking this, by the way. So where's the ball going to be set? At the 15?
13-8 is the score right now, as an extra point has turned into field goal distance.
Yeah, he's going to end up kicking this from the 27-yard line, so this will be a 37-yard extra point attempt. Let's see. 2:26 to go. The kick is up, it's low, and it is no good. 13-8. Wright City leads Louisiana opening quarter on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
So long touchdowns by Jeremiah Davis and Dwan McRoberts.
Which matches up well with the long extra point attempt after the penalty. A 37-yard extra point attempt fails.
Blaine Bryant, a 45-yard touchdown. 24-0 Bowling Green now in the first quarter over at North Callaway. That followed Dylan Dalton interception. So the quarterback, who plays cornerback on the defensive side, picked off their quarterback. So Bowling Green is rolling, is what I'm saying, in the first quarter, already up 24-0 at North Callaway. Kick goes deep this time. Fielded at about the 15-yard line. Good juke there by Harrison, and he's brought down across the 30 to the 33-yard line. It's not a bad return there for Wyatt.
Worst field position of the evening for the Bulldogs starting this drive.
Well, it's the first time that either team has kicked away.
But a good return.
Yeah, this isn't bad starting field position.
2:20 to go in the first quarter of play. Wright City up 13-8, and Louisiana looking to find the momentum they had on that early drive.
Really, I mean, they were moving the ball well on their second drive. It's just kind of stalled out there as they were knocking on the door of the red zone. Kenny keeps it himself, and they're sniffing that out pretty quick now. No gain on the play to be 2nd and 10.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs will be forced to a 2nd and 10.
So you got to get something else mixed in there. Bulldogs, 2nd and 10 from their own 37. They check the wristbands. They've got Logan spread on the near side. Now they'll shift things around, get a little more blocking for Kenny as he goes off tackle to the near side, across the 40 and run out of bounds. Positive yardage that time, but it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
About a 4-yard gain brings up 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 for Louisiana after a gain of 4 by McCormick. Play clock at 35, the game clock at 1:18. Louisiana looking to convert this 3rd down. They check back for the play again as the play clock down to 18. Fakes the handoff, now passes it back, and falling down is Brady Shepard. That's probably a good thing that pass was incomplete,
Brings up 4th down for the Bulldogs.
because they would have lost yardage had he caught that ball. So it's 4th and 6, and probably a punt coming, but they're setting up now. They'll have that max protect, and Kenny will do a quarterback punt, most likely here with 55.1 seconds to go. Now he'll back up and make it more of a true punt. And it's a good one. Bounces at the 40, and it will be down at the 37-yard line by Wyatt Martin. And Wright City wanted a flag on that one. There was a pretty good hit delivered by the Bulldogs.
So we're under a minute to go in the first quarter of play. Wright City is up 13-8 as Louisiana struggled on that drive as well after really going well with the run on that very first drive of the ball game. Wright City's tightened up a little bit, and Louisiana's really just struggled on those 2 big plays.
Last drive, it came on the very first play of the drive. So the Bulldogs need to stop. And they'll go up the middle with it, actually. Ball's out. Louisiana has it. They never pulled in that handoff. And the Bulldogs get the ball back in good field position. Just 1 play into this drive.
The kind of break the Louisiana Bulldogs could use to get momentum going back in their direction.
So they'll take over at the 43-yard line of the Wildcats. This would be their best starting field position of the game.
Ball's on the 43-yard line of Wright City. Just under 41 seconds to go in the first quarter.
This would be a good time to connect with Jack Logan on that far sideline. Instead, they'll go up the gut with Shepard, and he'll get a couple.
Brady Shepard with a hard run up the middle for about a 4-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. After a gain of 3.5, maybe 4 yards, out to the 40-yard line. Clock running. Down to 19 seconds. Maybe time for one more play if they want to run it. The Bulldogs have been kind of letting the clock roll here in the opening quarter, and I'm not sure. Nope, they're not going to run a play. That'll be the end of the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs when we come back on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Baragiola Hardware and Lumber.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Start of the second quarter here from Cunningham Field in Louisiana. The teams switch sides. Bulldogs trailing Wright City 13-8. Kenny McCormick, a 1-yard touchdown run, then back-to-back scores by the Wildcats. First, it was Jeremiah Davis, and then Dwan McRoberts. But Louisiana starting to move the ball again here. And we'll see if they can score on their first drive of the second quarter. Cheerleaders have the jackets on. Has the temperature dropped out there? Still very warm here in the broadcast booth.
It's a little warm in the broadcast booth, but I can tell from where you're at there with the window that it is a little bit cooler outside than it is on my half of the broadcast booth.
I think we could probably take those out. I mean, if you really want to.
No, I think it's still going to get
Shepard
cooler.
Up the middle, and he's going to be close to first down, maybe a yard shy. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. So back-to-back runs by Shepard for 3 now.
Yeah,
6.
Yeah, basically when it's all said and done, about 4 yards, 5 yards
per.
1 yard away right now on 3rd down.
And McCormick will take it himself, runs into trouble. He'll be pushed back, but he was across that first down marker. And it'll be good enough for a fresh set for Louisiana. That'll move the chains.
Kenny McCormick with a Bulldog first down.
He needed 1, he got 2, and then he was pushed back 4. But the whistles had blown at that point. So down inside the 35-yard line of the Wildcats to about the 31, it looks like. Shepard in the backfield along with McCormick, and he's looking to throw. He's airing it out to the near sideline and overthrown. Intended target that time was Donovan Richards.
Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Well, we were talking, you know, when we found out Kenny had taken over under center, that we didn't know if he had the arm strength. Now he's got a little too much arm strength here in week 9.
Done a very good job at quarterback for the Louisiana Bulldogs, giving them some flexibility in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely built like a running back, but here's the option to Brady Shepard to the near side, and he's brought down across the 30 to about the 26, it looks like.
It looked like when it's all said and done, it's going to be a pickup of 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. Looked like giving him 5, so it's going to be a 3rd and 5 for Louisiana. Second quarter just underway. The Bulldogs trailing right now by 5 points. 13-8 our score.
Yeah, DeMarco, he got retaped a little bit ago, like between quarters, but he's still a little hobbled on the near sideline. He comes out of the ball game, trying to stretch out whatever's bugging him. Clock moving down to 10:45 here in the first half. Play clock down to 10 as well. Bulldogs set. Here's McCormick. Fakes the option, and he's got the first down across the 20 to about the 18. Kenny McCormick just leaned in sideways and took the pile with him for a first down. Clock stops to move the chains. And the Bulldogs looking to retake the lead on this drive. They trail 13-8, down to 10:15 to go in the second quarter. Now the receivers will change sides. 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. That's Logan. The give is to Harrison this time, and he's got about 5 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4, gain of 6 officially. Playing a little Clarence Cannon type football. And on 2nd down, Harrison brought down inside the 5.
Just shy of the goal line.
And it'll be 1st and goal for Louisiana.
Pickup of about 10 for Harrison.
Down to 9:38 to go. 1st and goal. Put a man in motion. Give is to Harrison again. He's in for the touchdown. Louisiana retakes the lead with 9:28 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Ryan Harrison with a Bulldog touchdown.
And it's 14-13 with a 2-point conversion try yet to come. So Harrison sets up his own touchdown, a 10-yard run, and then a 2-yard touchdown with 9:28 to go in the half. It's been a fun ball game so far. So Green back in for the 2-point try. They're going to throw for it this time, and it is incomplete. So the Bulldogs will have to settle for a 1-point lead, 14-13. Here in the 2nd quarter, this is the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
So Louisiana, a 2-yard touchdown run by Wyatt Harrison regains the lead. The 2-point conversion no good this time, and it's 14-13 Bulldogs. About a third of the way through this 2nd quarter here in week 9. Mark Fronek, Gordon Sanders here at Cunningham Field. Got Chris Grody shooting us updates from North Callaway, where the Thunderbirds have scored. Bowling Green still leads that 24-6, a 20-yard touchdown pass. Got North Callaway on the board, and they'll try an onside kick again. Loose, and Louisiana's got it. Just off the hands, and McCormick gets the loose ball. And Louisiana gets back-to-back possessions and a chance to grab control of this game. Now a timeout taken by Wright City. After that onside attempt goes the Bulldogs' way. We'll take a break here in week 9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, B&J Septic, and Advanced Eye Care.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
14-13 Louisiana. Wright City calls the timeout after giving up the onside kick to the Bulldogs. So Louisiana will start this back-to-back drive at the Wildcats' 46-yard line. So more good starting field position for Louisiana as they try to extend their lead now to 8 or 9 points. Offense right back on the field. Wright City's defense has to stay on the field. And you love when you can tire out their defense, especially in the first half. Bulldogs. Harrison in the backfield along with McCormick. Handoff on the end around. And down the sideline he goes. Cutback. What a run here, and finally brought down at the 10-yard line is Alex Zazira. That was
nice run by Zira.
Yeah, that he broke through on the near sideline and just got into a foot race. And luckily for Wright City, they've got some pretty good fast defensive backs, and they were able to track him down. But it's 1st and goal. Looking for more here. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Waiting for the play to come in. Louisiana's been very deliberate with their offense, not letting the clock be an ally of the Wright City Wildcats. McCormick hands off to Harrison again, and he's down inside the 5-yard line, it looks like, to about the 4.5. Bring up 3rd and goal.
3-yard gain to bring up 3rd down and goal for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs trying to punch it in here, and another Bulldog comes off. Cooper Lumley limping a little bit. Actually, yeah, he'll come to the near sideline. Replaced by Sheldon Sylvie. Clock continues to run down to 7:42. Play clock at 18. Play is in now. You still have Harrison, Sylvie in motion. Blocking on the near side. McCormick fakes that option, leans toward the goal line, and he is short of the goal line. And it's going to bring up 4th and goal from inside the 1, I believe.
So the Louisiana Bulldogs looking to extend their lead. They're up 14-13 with the clock ticking, 7:14 right now left in the first half of play.
A Bulldog touchdown here would be huge. A stop for Wright City would be even bigger for them. We're down to 7 minutes to go in the half. 4th and goal from the 1, inside the 1. And a timeout taken by the Bulldogs with 6:51 to play. 14-13, Louisiana with a 4th and goal from the 1 when we come back on the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Jackson Automotive, Central Elevator, W5 Auction Services, and DG Firearms LLC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bulldogs facing a 4th and goal from inside the 1 over at North Callaway. Dillon has scored again, and it's 32-6. Dylan Dalton into the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown with 10:35 to go in the second. So Bowling Green extending their lead, looking to end the regular season at a perfect 9-0 over the 2nd place in the EMO North Callaway Thunderbirds. Here, Louisiana looking for district positioning, would love to pick up their 3rd win of the year. 4th and goal from inside the 1. McCormick with blocking in front of him. He's into the end zone. Kenny McCormick, 2nd of the night. 2nd 1-yard touchdown of the night. And Louisiana does extend that lead to 20-13 with 6:47 to go in the 2nd quarter. Good blocking and a good push, and McCormick went in untouched for the touchdown, and now Louisiana will go for 2 again. Try and make this a 22-13 game with 6:47 to go in the half. The line's been really good on both sides tonight for the Bulldogs. Offensive line creating holes. They had a little struggle there toward the end of the first quarter, but here's an option. And Harrison will have to reverse, and he's brought down at the 5-yard line. So the 2-point conversion is no good. Louisiana leads by 7, 20-13, 6:47 to go in the half on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner-broker of Remax Realty Shop, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Silex Banking Company.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
20-13, Louisiana leads just around the midway point of this second quarter. You don't go for the onside again, do you?
Of course you do.
I wouldn't be surprised either way at this point. Bulldogs looking to add on. They score on back-to-back possessions. You do leave points on the table. They missed the 2-point conversion on both those touchdowns, so it's just a 7-point lead against a team that does nothing but kick extra points. And this one is kicked deep, fielded on the far side. He's trying the sideline and finally, well, not brought down, but they whistle the play dead at about the 39-yard line, it looks like. So decent return for the Wildcats, and they'll have it 1st and 10 on their own side of the 50-yard line. Going to actually give them the 41. Been a good ball game so far. The defensive have had their moments. On Dwan McRoberts for 9.5 yards. It'll be 2nd and inches for Wright City. Down to 6:13 to go in the half. Turnover would be big here. 2nd and 1. Put a man in motion. It's a pitch out to the far side. There was a bit of a hold there. They got away with it, and they got the first down yardage and more inside the 45 to about the 41-yard line.
Nick Tula everywhere tracked him down that time. I believe it was Davis he brought down that time.
Yeah, it looked like he was held a little bit, Ben was, as the play went on the far side there. Not a whole bunch of flags in this ball game. Had a personal foul on an extra point for a chop block. Down to 5.5 to go. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the Louisiana 41. Run will be up the middle, bouncing off and finding a little bit of space. A couple of spins there. He's going to end up with about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 out to the 36 of the Bulldogs. McRoberts again on the carry.
About a 5-yard gain, we have 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats.
It looks like he's running a lot freer than he was a week ago at Bowling Green. And I think maybe that has something to do with that Bowling Green defensive line and linebacking core.
Bowling Green Bobcats are making people look a little bit, making them look a lot worse than they are.
Yeah, exactly. And now a timeout, it looks like, called by the Wildcats with 4:39 to go in the half. 20-13, Louisiana leads here in Week 9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, McMailer. McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating of Silex, offers septic system pumping and grease trap cleanouts. Just give them a call for all types of backhoe work with high lift and track hoe. They install water or sewer lines, septic tanks, and drain tile. They can build lakes, do dump truck work, jackhammering, bobcat work, and more. Fully insured, you can count on quality workmanship from McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating in Silex. Call 573-384-5978.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Bowie General Services.
Second timeout taken by the Wildcats. They have 1 to go. Louisiana still with 2 timeouts. The Bulldogs lead Wright City with 4:39 to go in the half by 7 points, 20-13. Second and about 5 for Wright City from the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs. And busting a tackle. And he's going to end up in one-on-one down the far sideline, and he is tripped up. No, he's in. He rolled over a man. That should be a touchdown. There's the touchdown call.
Ethan Harrison caught up with him, and as he's hauling him to the ground, McRoberts was on top of Harrison and then in the end zone.
Flipped into the end zone over the top of the man. That is a touchdown, and it's a 1-point game. The team's just trading touchdowns at this point. 4:27 to go in the half, and the extra point could tie it at 20. 1 for 2 kicking extra points so far, but that one he missed was from 35 yards. Actually 37 yards away, and this one is good. Snuck over the bar, and we're tied at 20. 4:27 to go in the first half here in Week 9. The Bulldogs and the Wright City Wildcats on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Williams Road Repair Shop and JGS Cattle Company, Reed Insurance Agency, and Spring Valley Accounting.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Week 9 has been a fun one so far. We're tied at 20 with just 4:27 to go in the first half. Louisiana with the first and fourth touchdowns tonight, and 2 and then 1 for Wright City. So it's been a game of runs as Louisiana got a turnover on a fumble, drove for a touchdown, ended up recovering an onside kick, scored another touchdown, and Wright City has come back. All 3 of their touchdowns have been long runs, and Louisiana's got to tackle a little bit better at the point. Now the ball is out, and they're going to pick it up and score. A scoop and score, it looks like, on the kickoff. And no, he is tripped up.
It was
a
Harrison,
5-yard line.
Harrison who popped up and caught him just in time.
But that is a huge break still for Wright City, and whoever recovered it is down and injured on the far sideline after that tackle. It looked awkward, and an injury timeout as Wright City is set up 1st and goal after a fumble and a scoop and almost score on the far side. We'll take a timeout as well as we've got 4:16 to go in the half on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
1st and goal for the Wildcats after the fumble on the kickoff, and he is in for the touchdown. So Wright City with a very short field, and Dwan McRoberts puts it in as Wright City has regained the lead 26-20 with the extra point yet to come. So just 16 seconds between scores for Wright City.
Though I'm guessing at this point, the way this first half has gone, both teams knew the next score wasn't going to win the game.
No. Both these teams heading toward 40-point nights if this pace continues. High snap, kick is up, and it is Good. It's through, and it's a 7-point lead for Wright City at 27, 24-11 to go in the half. This is Week 9 football on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Barragiola Hardware and Lumber.
Miller Ag Services LLC in Bowling Green provides the services and supplies to maximize your yield. A family business, Cleet and the Millers bring you quality service and products. Call today, 573-470-0101 for Miller Ag Services LLC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
27-20, Wright City has regained the lead here in the second quarter, a back-and-forth game. Over at North Callaway, still 32-6, Bowling Green in the second quarter. 8 personal fouls in the first half of that ball game.
Okay, so lots of
animosity, I guess, or just not smart play there in the final game of the regular season. But both teams, I mean, Wright City, or North Callaway rather, against Bowling Green is trying to get a share of that EMO conference championship. It's still not 100% Bowling Green's, and they have to beat the second place team tonight to do it. They are beating them on the scoreboard, but North Callaway not really giving up too easy, as this one is skipped down the field on the kickoff across the 30, 35, and Harrison takes it out to about the 39-yard line before he's brought down. So a much better result on the return this time for the Bulldogs, as the last one was fumbled away, and Wright City put it in the end zone the next play. Bulldogs need to stretch this drive out, make it last as close to the end of the half as possible, and punch it in to tie or take the lead with a 2-point conversion. That's asking a lot. McCormick slings it out to the near side to Donovan Richards, and he fights for a gain of about 3 on the reception. 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Again, 3:56 to go in the first half of play. Bulldogs trailing by 7. 27-20 is their score. The Louisiana Bulldogs over 100 yards rushing in the first half, as are the Wildcats.
Theirs came on a couple of plays, though. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. And it'll be a handoff to Harrison, and he'll spin for a few yards and set up a pretty manageable 3rd and 3. Maybe 4. I'm going to call it 3. They need the 50-yard line. They're on the 47. That's 3. Because I know math.
Radio math is a very scarce commodity at times.
Yeah, down to 3:27 to go. 3rd and 3. Harrison on the pitch to the near side. He's got it, and he has the first down into Wright City territory down to the 41-yard line before he's run out of bounds. Wright City wanted a hold, maybe, but one was overlooked the other way a little bit earlier. Penalty flags have been scarce here in week number 9. I say that.
You said that out loud, didn't you?
I said it earlier, too. Clock stopped as Harrison went out of bounds. 3:18 to go in the half. 1st and 10 from the Wright City 41-yard line. 2 receivers on the far side for the Bulldogs. They fake the handoff, come to the near side. They've got Sylvie, and he's across the 10. 5, touchdown, Sheldon Sylvie on senior night. It's a 41-yard touchdown with 3:09 to go, and it's a 1-point ball game. Sheldon Sylvie from Kenny McCormick. Wow, he was absolutely wide open. They almost chased him down. Bulldogs will go for 2 in the lead here. 27-26 Wright City, 3:09 to go. I don't think we've seen the last touchdown of the first half. The way these two teams have been going tonight. The 2-point try. They're going to have to take a timeout, aren't they? No, they get the play off. McCormick looking for blockers, cuts it upfield, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. 28-27, Louisiana leads with 3:09 to go in the half. This is the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
28-27, Louisiana now ahead of Wright City as the pendulum swings again here in week 9. And the Bulldogs will kick off from the 40-yard line. This has been a fun one tonight. We haven't, with Bowling Green playing the way they have, we haven't had too many fun 4-quarter games this season. It seems like we come down to Louisiana, and it's a lot more fun as they onside kick it, and the ball was loose momentarily. I think if Sylvie, he touched it, that may have been an illegal touch if Wright City doesn't get it. I don't think it was quite 10 yards yet when he touched the ball.
You've seen a number of programs, going back to your previous comment. Louisiana's made strides a few years ago, not really being able to consistently put points up on the board. Now, trying not to fall down early in games, but coming back, putting up points, having closer ball games. And when you look at, say, Bowling Green's schedule, it doesn't look like the EMO is all that tough. I think there's a huge disparity between Bowling Green and even the Clarence Cannon Conference at this point.
Yeah, and even at 7-1, Centralia seems down this year, is tripping up at the line, and he'll be brought down after a gain of about a half yard. Jeremiah Davis. It'll be second down and 9.5. Now they place it right on the 49-yard line, so they give them a full yard, 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Yeah, there's Bowling Green on this side of the state, and there's everyone else this year. And they even took care of a Kansas team, so.
For good measure.
Yeah.
Centralia is in Bowling Green's district. We'll have more on that coming up.
Talked about it a little bit in the pregame as this one is busted up the middle, and he is gone. Got a block there at the end, and in for the touchdown, 49 yards. Dwan McRoberts again for 49, and Wright City retakes the lead.
Wright City Wildcats like the big play.
Yes, they do. 33-28 is the score. That touchdown comes with 2:19 to go, so just 40 seconds after Louisiana had taken the lead. I told you that wasn't the last touchdown of the half.
Yeah, no, I do think you did call that.
I don't think this one was. Low snap, and that hits the upright. Doink. And it's 33-28 on the missed extra point. 2:19 to go. Wildcats lead Louisiana on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, B&J Septic, and Advanced Eye Care.
If it's time for a little sprucing up or fixing up at your place, you need to visit Baragiola Hardware and Lumber in Silex. Whether you need gardening supplies, tools, straw, mulch, or whatever to help landscape your place, Baragiola Hardware and Lumber is your one-stop shop. If you need to fix it, Baragiola Hardware and Lumber can help with electrical and plumbing supplies, paint, doors, windows, and much more. Remember, Baragiola Hardware and Lumber is here to help. Baragiola Hardware and Lumber in Silex.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Dwanrick Roberts for 49 yards and a touchdown. The extra point hits the uprights. No good. 33-28. Louisiana trailing here late in the first half. Still 2:19 to play. Plenty of time between these two teams. Wouldn't you agree?
Scores have come kind of fast and furious.
Yes, they have. And they set up for an onside kick this time. Put it on the far hash.
2 touchdowns in just over a minute.
And this one won't go 10 yards. And Louisiana will down it, so they'll get good field position. That one only made it about 7 yards. It needs to go at least 10 for the kicking team to recover the onside kick.
Tyler Gamble, I believe, pounced on it, the senior for Louisiana.
And he may have taken a gamble doing that. Not many flags, only one personal foul here. And the official on the near side was blowing his whistle for something. I'm not sure exactly why they did that, but they placed the ball at the 48, it looks like. 47 of Wright City with 2:04 to go. They'll reset the clock to 2:12. That's what the whistles were about. And McCormick in the offense back on the field. Kenny hit Sheldon Sylvie on the last possession for a long touchdown. As it's been pretty much McRoberts and Jeremiah Davis for Wright City. Louisiana scored by committee tonight. And here's McCormick. He's got 2 of them, and he'll rush on first down. And he got thrown backwards. I don't know how he even changed directions like that. He went in with his head down and came back out the back way, flying out. He'll end up with about a 4-yard gain.
Right?
Yeah. McCormick back in the shotgun again. Has Wyatt Harrison with him back there. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side for the Bulldogs. And this will be Wyatt's carry, and he's grabbed around the knees and brought down after a gain of 2. I'll give him 1. It's 3rd and 5. Minute 24 to play. Bulldogs need to break one here. They're starting to run out of time. 3rd and 5 from the Wright City 42. They are not in any sort of hurry-up offense. Down to a minute 5 to go. 15 on the play clock. And they'll finally snap the ball with 9 on the play clock. Harrison gets a little dump pass to the near side, and he's run out of bounds at the 40. It's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards and bring up 4th and about 3. So the Bulldogs going to have to convert here on 4th down and call it 2.5. 51.3 seconds to go as Harrison ran out of bounds.
51.3 seconds, or as you might call it in this game, an eternity.
Yeah. 2 more scores. Harrison or McCormick will rumble forward for the first down. They'll stop the clock to move the chains as he's inside the Wright City 35.
It's first down for the Bulldogs. Clock restarts as we go under 40 seconds left in the first half of play.
Trips to the far side. 1 receiver to the right. Now Harrison joins Logan out there. Pump fake. He's going deep, and that one's too deep. I think Wyatt may have run the wrong route there. He did a curl, and Kenny threw it down the sideline.
Threw a fly?
Yeah.
It was where nobody could catch it in that particular case.
Uncatchable ball.
Stop the clock. 27 seconds left in
Good
the first half.
Good as spiking it. 33-28, Wright City leading here in the waning moments of the first half. Eagle 102 halftime report after the horn sounds or the siren goes. They do have more of a siren here, don't they? 2nd and 10. McCormick going to throw again. This one through the hands of Richards. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Would have worked out well. I think it is Richards' turn to score.
Yeah. 23.9 seconds to go. So I've tried a couple shots here. But with 23.9, you're going to have to take 2 more shots, I think. Whatever you do, don't turn it over because there's plenty of time for Wright City to take one back the other way. Sylvie in at the tight end position. McCormick under pressure. Oh, and Harrison had it and dropped it. And Kenny has to adjust his shoulder pads after that one.
He had to get rid of it quick that time, did McCormick. We still have 20 seconds on the clock. Time for one more play.
And a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. That's their second. They trail 33-28 with 20.4 seconds to go in the half. This is Week 9 football on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Jackson Automotive, Central Elevator, W5 Auction Services, and DG Firearms, LLC.
Mike Henry Excavating has served Pike, Lincoln, and Warren counties for over 15 years, providing excellent service and a job well done. The team at Mike Henry Excavating offers a large selection of services, such as demolition work, septic systems, water lines, footings, gutter drain services, and more, all at an affordable cost. Check out MikeHenryExcavating.com for more information on services and scheduling. Best of luck to area teams this sports season from Mike Henry Excavating in Silex.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
33-28. We're under 20.4 seconds to go. Louisiana facing a 4th and 10 from the 39 or 35 4-yard line of the Wright City Wildcats. Fake the handoff. Pitches it back to Harrison. He's got first down yardage and stays in bounds. Does he have enough for the first? No. It's a turnover on downs. He kind of just curled and went down. He probably could have fought for a couple more yards there, but a turnover on downs gives it back to Wright City with 12.5 seconds to go. And
ended up just short.
I'd say give them a 15-yard cushion at this point. Protect, protect, protect. Turnover on downs. Second time Louisiana's turned it over on downs in this ball game. 12.5 seconds to go. All Wright City has needed was one play the last couple of drives to put it in. So you have got to protect, and that's what they do. And a kneel down will run out the clock if the clock started running. There it does. And we're going to go to the locker room with Wright City leading the Bulldogs 33-28 here on senior night at Louisiana. Week 9 football continues with the halftime report after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bibb Beach Funeral Homes and Collier Funeral Homes in Bowling Green, Silex, and Louisiana are the ultimate providers of creating healing experiences in the community. We have years of experience caring for families and are dedicated to excellence in service and have the highest integrity. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes and Collier Funeral Homes, offering sincere and caring service in your time of need.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Tennessee Streets in Louisiana.
Hear all
all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
What a first half of football. The teams trade touchdowns throughout the first two quarters, and Wright City goes to the break leading Louisiana 33-28 thanks to a stop on 4th and 10. Louisiana got 8, 9. I thought maybe they could fight forward for a couple there to maybe have one more shot at the end zone. But regardless, that first half, that was back and forth, good, fun football.
Louisiana's trailed by as many as 5, a couple different times, come back into the ball game, trailing by 5 right now at the half. But you're right, scoring-wise, Wright City's on pace to put up 66, Louisiana 56, so need to bite in that 5-point lead.
Chris Grody over at North Callaway at Kingdom City. Bowling Green has scored again, a 10-yard pass to Marcus Starks. With 30 seconds left in the first half, Bowling Green has extended their lead to 48-6 over the Thunderbirds. So that one heavily tilted in the Bobcats' favor as they continue to just run their way through their EMO and regular season schedules.
We'll provide more updates there as we move along as well. As far as the rushing attack for Louisiana, balanced would be one of the key words.
Yeah, I'd say so. Between McCormick and Harrison, they had Shepard and DeMarco dinged up a little bit in the first half. So we'll see how they come out for the third quarter. But everyone contributing on the Louisiana side.
We have had a couple quick breaks for minor injuries that have seen people lead the game. We've actually had more injury timeouts than we've had flags.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. I think we had, 2 flags in the first half, a personal foul and a 5-yard penalty, I think, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think that was it. The personal foul resulting in a 37-yard extra point attempt. That was no good for Wright City. All in all, we've touched on it. You mentioned it earlier. Wright City's got a good-looking kicking game.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they really do. And it seems like some of those mental frustration-type penalties that they had last week against Bowling Green have cleaned up here in the final week of the season. And usually a nice talk from the coach cleans that kind of stuff up after you lose the way they did last week and commit that many personal fouls. They've definitely looked more disciplined here in Week 9, Wright City has.
While Wright City's been looking to kick each and every one of their extra points, Louisiana's been going for the 2-point conversion every time and batting about 500 there. That's score-wise where it puts us at the half. 33-28, Wright City is leading the Louisiana Bulldogs.
And we'll have more from Cunningham Field as the band playing, I think, some Elvis at halftime here on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner-broker of Remax Realty Shop, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Silex Banking Company.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Bill Allen Auction Service invites you to a public auction this Saturday at the Ashley Community Center beginning at 10 o'clock. For sale, you'll find guns including NIV Model 20 gauge 2 3/4 quarter chokes, Traditions 50 cal black powder with a scope, plus many more brands and styles, Indian artifacts and arrowheads, collectibles, fishing equipment, and household items. Find the complete listing at AllenAuctioneers.com. Make plans to attend the public auction this Saturday at 10 o'clock at the Ashley Community Center. Brought to you by Bill Allen Auction Service.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy, conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
33-28, Wright City leads Louisiana here at the half. I'm trying to figure out the theme of the halftime show from the band. They started with Elvis. They worked up to Queen in the first montage. They're playing the Cars now.
Remarkably good at Name That Band Tune, though, is Mark Froenig. Well,
you know, the in-laws have schooled me so many times on Name That Tune that I've got to up my game. So I think that'll be the next time. I'll come up with a bunch of marching bands playing rock music and see if they can name that tune. Because apparently that's my groove at this point. So 2 quarters in the books here. 2 quarters in the books at Wright City. 48-6. Bowling Green leads North Callaway rather. Here Wright City leads the Bulldogs 33-28. Some other scores from around the region. Macon and Centralia tied at 14 at the half. That's an interesting one. As Centralia pretty much locked into the number 2 seed in that district with Bowling Green. So
based on how the games are going, most definitely. And I think the point difference was even like it would have taken something really out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Battle is leading Hannibal late in the first half, 14-13. So they're locked in a low-scoring game. You don't see that many times with an offense with Aeneas Williams running the football. So that's a pretty good ball game there. Brookfield leads Highland 8-6. That was at the end of one. I think actually there might be an update on that ball game a little bit. Brookfield leads that game 20-6 over Highland at the half, and Highland's had a pretty good season. So 20 unanswered points for Brookfield in that one to take the lead on the Cougars of Highland. Here it's 33-28. Wright City leading Louisiana. Both teams have enjoyed short-lived leads in the first half with the way that they're going back and forth up and down the field.
A back-and-forth battle throughout the first half of this ball game here at Cunningham Field as the regular season is wrapping up for teams around Missouri.
Next week we'll start districts, and I think I'm going to be somewhere else. What are you guys going to do without me? I'm going to be with Bowling Green softball, who will be in the Final Four. The first game is Friday morning, 12:15 start, right? 12 o'clock noon. No, it's 11:45 and a 12 o'clock first pitch.
I do believe you're
correct.
Against
Chillicothe.
And the hope for the Bowling Green Lady Cats is that their next game will be on Saturday.
After the semifinal, they would love to play on Saturday instead of Friday evening.
Right.
Because the third place game is Friday evening. The championship would be at noon or 12:15 on Saturday from the Killian Softball Complex, the home of the Missouri State Lady Bears softball program. They've been there for a long time, the softball championships have, and Missouri State's done a really good job. Springfield, in general, has taken over most of the championships for Misha and has done a really nice job hosting. Always nice when you end up in Springfield at the end of the year. And Bowling Green back in the Final Four after a couple-year hiatus, and Craig Smith's got them in there, and they'll face Chillicothe on Friday at noon, and then hopefully we'll play on Saturday for the championship. The other two teams in that Final Four, Fatima and Westminster Christian Academy. So that rounds out the Final Four in Class 3 softball. And congratulations to both Ellsbury and to Silex for making it into to their respective Class 1 and Class 2 state tournaments.
Outstanding seasons. The season has to end somewhere for almost everybody. Only one team gets to, actually claim the title of
the trophy.
State champion. But they were outstanding seasons. They won districts in tough districts. Tough districts.
Yeah, I was fearful for Ellsbury because that was an absolutely loaded district up there at Monroe City. And to take out the top 2 teams on their way to the district title, keep their string of district titles going. I saw Coach Levi Yasna throwing down the last few shirts, the district champion, the 2-peat, the 3-peat, the 4-peat T-shirts.
There are a handful of times where teams roll into districts with a clear path to the title. Mm-hmm. They are the front runner, and sometimes the front runner by far. That was not the case in any of the districts.
No, Bowling Green had to beat the 2 and the 1 on the way to their district title, and then, they find themselves in the Final Four after beating Father Tolton on the road as well. So.
And the Silex Lady Owls were an underdog when they knocked off the Clopton Lady Hawks to win that district.
And that was, their 3rd in a row, wasn't it, district title?
I believe you are correct.
So, big season for our area teams. The turnaround for Clopton this year under Gabby Dieters was phenomenal. And then 3 teams from the conference making it into state play in Class 1, 2, and 3. That's something to be proud of for the EMO, who have kind of been the regional leaders as far as softball goes the last few years. You can't take anything away from Palmyra's had a few good years. Monroe City always pretty tough, but the EMO is the path to the state tournament for sure the last few years. Here it's 33-28. Wright City leads Louisiana at the half. It's senior night here at Cunningham Field. We'll be back with more of the halftime report for you after this on KJFM.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with the antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
B&J Septic is a professional, family-owned and operated business with knowledgeable experience to fit your sewer and septic need. B&J Septic specializes in services such as sewer augering, septic tank repair and installation, septic tank pumping, and more. In addition to their hands-on work, B&J Septic offers portable restroom rentals for your next gathering or event. Visit B&J Septic on Facebook or give them a call to get those stinky jobs done correctly. B&J Septic, 55 Mary Jo Road, Silex.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement has also taken great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green.
The friendly and caring staff at Advanced Eye Care have just one goal in mind: to provide professional eye care for the entire family, from comprehensive eye exams to management of glaucoma and cataracts, refractive surgery to specialty contact lenses. You can count on Advanced Eye Care to provide vision for a lifetime. 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Winfield, and Troy, or visit online at aecmo.com. Doctors Denise Harvey, Jessica Downs, Jackie Mudd, and staff hope to see you soon at Advanced Eye Care.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Still rolling through halftime here at Cunningham Field as Wright City up by 5, 33-28 on the Louisiana Bulldogs after the first 2 quarters. Louisiana is set to receive the second half kickoff when the teams come back onto the field. Some more scores to look at. Winfield with Ellsbury beating Fulton 20-7 at the half. Father Tolton is leading Fayette 20-14 at the half. And I saw Blair Oaks score in here as well. I mentioned that it's 14-14 between Centralia and Macon. Warrenton leading Mexico at the start of the second quarter, so that's a little bit misleading. But Blair Oaks was beating Southern Boone 28-6 after the first quarter, so not quite Bowling Green type numbers, but Blair Oaks has been a pretty high scoring program so far this season.
A respectable club who could see somewhere along the way.
Yeah. Here it's 33-28. The referees are back on the field, but that's about it.
Under 5 minutes left on the clock at this point in time for halftime. Again, the Louisiana Bulldogs trailing the Wright City Wildcats 33-28 at the half.
We'll take a break, come back with more. I think we somehow got an extended halftime here at Louisiana in Week 9. The second half, though, is coming here on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Williams Road Repair Shop and JGS Cattle Company, Reed Insurance Agency, and Spring Valley Accounting.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer. See Central Elevator in Salix for farm supplies, fertilizer, feeds, seeds, and much more. Central Elevator offers custom applications as well. Central Elevator is your local Purina dealer, offering a fall line of Purina dog food, horse feed, supplements, and more. Stop in soon, and the friendly folks at Central Elevator will help you with all your farming operations. Best wishes to our area teams in this year's postseason run from Central Elevator, 2244 Highway E in Silex.
W5 Auction Services will be hosting the Bill and Betty Richard Auction Saturday, October 29th at 10 a.m. at the VFW in Bowling Green. This is a multi-family sale that includes collectibles and antiques, such as a huge Croc number 5, lots of dolls and Barbies, most are unopened holiday Barbies, household items, and a 1999 Chevy Silverado 3-door, 2-wheel drive long bed, plus a selection of guns. For pictures and more information, visit W5 Auction Services on Facebook. The Bill and Betty Richard Auction, Saturday, October 29th at the VFW in Bowling Green, starting at 10 a.m. with W5 Auction Services.
DG Firearms, the new gun store in Bowling Green, has what you're looking for. Parts and accessories for pistols, rifles, and shotguns. Plus, DG Firearms can custom build ARs to your specifications. Stop by and take a look at their reloading equipment and suppressors. Veteran-owned and family-operated. DG Firearms, 115 Business Highway 61 North in Bowling Green, or online at dgfirearmsllc.com.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
33-28, Wright City leading Louisiana. As we get ready for second half play, another update from around the area. Lakota Preston has 3 first half touchdowns, and Connor Eckler with a pair as well. Actually, he has a touchdown pass. But 2 of those, and after an Eli Tobin 10-yard run, Mark Twain leading Van Far in the Farmers Cup game 56-0, still in the first half of that one. So that is all Mark Twain at this point here in the final week of the regular season. Here it's a 5-point game.
The Mark Twain Tigers seem to have come along as the season's moved along.
Yeah, I think they're much better. I think they kind of had to start over. You know, their head coach left very late in the offseason. I can't blame him. He got a college football coaching job, so you can't fault him for furthering his career.
Someone made him an offer he can't refuse.
Exactly, and so they had to kind of start over very late in the program, and it took them a while to get going, but I think the coaching staff now starting to get the best, and what better time to get things going than right before the district tournament.
And that's ultimately when it matters the most, right?
Exactly. Here, it's 33-28. The Wildcats lead the Louisiana Bulldogs. Bulldogs finally back on the field, and Wright City has been warming up near the far end zone for the last few minutes. So we're just minutes away from football here from Cunningham Field. 33-28. Louisiana will receive the second half kick when we come back on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
I'm Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop in Bowling Green. Whether buying or selling, you need an agent who has the right connections and strategies to help you reach your goals. Remax Realty Shop team is here to help.
I'm Mark Long.
I'm Allison Miller.
I'm Les Orr.
I'm Kelly Crane.
I'm Zach Miller.
I'm Brittany Kidd.
I'm Zach Browning.
Whether you want someone to take the wheel for you, or maybe you are just feeling overwhelmed with the process, give us a call today. We'll both be glad you did. Remax Realty Shop, Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting in Salt Lake specializes in sandblasting, painting, and bodywork on large equipment such as road tractors, semi-trucks, dump trucks, and more. The team at B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting has the knowledge and skill to get your large equipment in tip-top shape. Call B&R today for a quote at 636-262-4304. That's 636-262-4304. B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting in Silex.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
33-28, Wright City leading Louisiana as we get ready for the second half of football here from Cunningham Field. Mark in front of Gordon Sanders here in the broadcast booth. A lot of scoring in the first half of this ball game, as we got 61 total points on the board. That means a lot of back and forth and a lot of quick drives in the opening 24 minutes.
Would guess the over-under in the second half to be kind of hefty also.
Yeah, we're not going to have a running clock, that's for sure, in this ball game. So 33-28.
We've talked football wrapping up around the area. Softball continues for a few. Cross country absolutely packed for the EMO conference meet that took place in Bowling Green at the fairgrounds. About as
full. Was that the EMO conference meet, or was that the Bowling Green meet?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because I saw a lot of buses that weren't EMO coming out of the fairgrounds.
You're
tonight.
correct. The Bowling Green Invitational.
Yes. And then the next meet at the fairgrounds will be the EMO conference meet, which will be a little bit smaller, I think, field than the Bowling Green Invitational.
That was
absolutely huge.
Absolutely packed.
Yeah, and I was meeting a lot of buses as I passed by the station. I said, nope, not stopping in tonight.
If you passed by, it would have looked like a busy fair night.
Yeah, it really would have. Maybe a bus demolition derby or something. Night at the fairgrounds with the amount of buses that were pulling in and out.
Very nice weather for the season to wrap up. You're never really guaranteed this when fall rolls around.
Not at all.
We've seen a little bit of rain. We've seen a little bit of cold, but really not the kind of cold that it's not okay to play in. Impacts the fans a little bit more than it does the players. You just have to bundle up a little bit. Saw the very smart-looking red parka that you were sporting, Mark.
Yeah, that is going to be a softball staple, probably. I don't know what does the extended forecast for next Friday, Saturday look like. Hopefully, I can go with something light next week for the Bowling Green games in the Final Four. Next week, the opening week of district football as well, and of course, we'll update our broadcast schedule as those seeds are decided. It looks like Bowling Green will have a bye in the opening round, so maybe we'll see the Louisiana Bulldogs again a week from tonight on the high school football game of the week as districts get underway. And again, they'll be in Class 1 District 2, and if seeds hold, they'll be on the road again at Crystal City. So we'll see what happens. Next week looking pretty good.
In
right?
Springfield, Missouri, there is a chance. A small chance, 30%, 40% chance of showers, but that could be pushed back as you roll through the week. We've got sunshine on Wednesday, on Thursday. The temperatures are still going to be in the 60s.
They kick it deep. Louisiana bobbles a little bit now, trying to find a little bit of room and brought it out to the 30-yard line. The return is Donovan Richards. Returns the kickoff. Actually, it was that Zero, or was it Richards? I'm not sure. Couldn't tell if it was a 5 or a 6 because the numbers were bunched up on the return. But we are underway in the second half of football, and not a great starting field position, but not bad for Louisiana as they start from their own 30. That was a long halftime for nothing really going on at halftime other than the band's program.
Heck of a program it was, by the way.
Crowd involvement, a little clapping along as they take it up the middle and going to gain, looks like 4 yards. Be second down as Harrison gets the first carry. Was it? Yeah. Wyatt Harrison out to the 44. So 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs on their first possession of the second half. McCormick in a deep shotgun. Hands it off again to Harrison. He's got first down yardage, makes a move on the far side. He's across the 45-50 and finally brought down in Wright City territory at the 47-yard line of the Wildcats. One move got him going, and he takes it all the way across the 50 to the 47.
Pickup of about 18 yards.
I'd say.
Around there on the play.
Minute gone here in the second half. Bulldogs trailing by 5 at 33-28. Give right back to Harrison. Not much this time. He'll gain a little over a yard. Out to the 46. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Second down and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Got Harrison in the backfield along with Jack Logan, who split actually out now to the left. Zera and Richards split right for Louisiana.
Don't discount Sylvie at the tight end position at the end of that line. Still taking their time. The play comes in with 13 on the play clock, now down to 9. And the give is to Harrison again. And they are not falling for that one. He's just picking up 1 or 2 per carry now on this series. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Bulldogs.
Looked like it was a gain of
2.
Maybe 2.
Yeah. 3rd and 7. You got Richards and Logan split wide this time. Everyone's got one-on-one coverage in the passing game, and that's where they're going. The air, and it's overthrown. That was a dangerous ball with the linebacker coming across. That had pick 6 written all over it, incompletion. And it'll be 4th and 7 for Louisiana.
It was intended for Richards.
This time we'd like to thank our
Incomplete pass, stops the clock, 9:34. Still left in the third quarter of play. Wright City's up 33-28.
Logan comes off. On 4th and 7, it looks like they're going to do that short punt. On 4th down. Now Kenny will drop back. High snap. Gets the kick away. Very high. Bounces and is down by the Bulldogs. Probably could have let that roll a little bit more, but unable to find it when it bounced was Wyatt Martin, and he downs it at the 22-yard line. It's not a huge net gain on that.
Ben Logan, Josh DePriest, Derek Branstetter, and Shep Shepard. We appreciate you guys donating your time.
And Wright City takes over. They have a 5-point lead. And this is a dangerous possession for Wright City. If they go up by 2 scores, look out. 9:24 to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs a 3 and out. And the Wildcats running on first down and gets into the linebackers. First run by Carleon Jones in the second half. It'll be 2nd and 3. 9:10 to go in the third quarter. So a little different look there with Carleon running. Haven't seen much of him tonight. On 2nd and 3. Give to the near side. Look out. One-on-one. Gets past a man. There was a hold. No call and knocked out of bounds right in front of us. On his first carry of the second half is Jeremiah Davis all the way out to midfield and a first down for Wright City.
For Wright City, that was almost a short running play.
Yeah, Cooper Lumley was held big time on that run. This crew has not thrown a holding flag, though, tonight. Down to 8.5 to play in the third quarter. Still a 5-point game, but Wright City driving with the lead. And running is the quarterback out to the far side. He almost slips down and is finally tackled. That had big play written all over it if he doesn't slip. And finally Wyatt Harrison brings him down after a gain of 9. Very close to breaking that one.
In Bulldog territory, ball on the 43-yard line. 2nd and 1.
And there's another give. They've got first down yardage, and the pile rumbles all the way down to the Bulldog 35-yard line. And another first for Wright City as they've started being a little more deliberate in their run game this time. I think they may have a different quarterback in there. Trying to catch the number, which again is hard because of the yellow numbers on white jerseys. First down for the Wildcats. And the give comes to the near side. And one-on-one, busts through. And there's grabbed him by the face mask, but there's no flags. Brought down by Zerwa.
It appeared like his face mask might have been drawn to the ground. They're heavy.
Yeah,
they're really heavy.
They're, old magnetic mine underneath this field. It's a first down. 1st and 10 from, looks like the 12 for Wright City as they're looking to get their first 2-score lead of the night. And Sylvie with a sack on the far side. They just couldn't find anybody. Dwan McRoberts is in at quarterback now.
Good job by Sylvie tracking him down that time.
We're down to 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Loss of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 15. So Louisiana has Wright City behind the chains for the first time on this drive. Bringing pressure again, it looks like, of the Bulldogs. McRoberts keeps it himself and runs into a man. Still stays on his feet. Man, he is hard to take down. He gets the loss back plus about 5 more.
Looks like he's going to put him at or just inside the 5.
Very close. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Now gain of 11 on the play. So 3rd and 4 for Wright City. He is just such a load to take down. .30-yard touchdown run for Starks, 54-6 Bowling Green. About 4 minutes into the third quarter. That's at North Callaway. Near side and touchdown. McRoberts takes it in himself.
Touchdown, DeJuan McRoberts.
And that extends the lead to 39-28 for Wright City. 4:56 to go in the third quarter, and now the Bulldogs are going to have to play comeback. They're down by 2 scores for the first time. They'll try and kick the extra point again. Good snap, good hold, and this one's through. Make it 40 to 28. 40 to 28 with 4:56 to go in the third quarter. This is the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Baragiola Hardware and Lumber.
Building your forever home can be complicated, but your construction loan doesn't have to be. If you're thinking about building, come see the knowledgeable loan staff at Silex Banking Company. We have the experience to help you through the process, a cost-effective mentality, and the dedication to give you individualized service. For your home construction loan, see Silex Banking Company, your locally owned and operated independent bank. Silex Banking Company, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
40 to 28. Here in the third quarter, Wright City leading Louisiana, and the Bulldogs going to have to play comeback here in the second half again as they fall behind by multiple scores for the first time in this ball game. Mark fronted Gordon Sanders here at Cunningham Field.
Bulldogs defense going to need to hold, but the offense going to have to put some more points up on the board.
Yeah, they had the first drive of the second half. Were driving well, but got near the red zone again and just couldn't punch it in. End up having to punt away.
Be a good time for the Bulldogs to be able to strike back here on offense, and it will start with this kick.
And they do squib it. High bounce, and Richards picks it up. He's across the, well, not across the 25 yet. Be brought down at the 25. That's where Louisiana will have to take over, 1st and 10, and this is their worst starting field position of the night.
Richards with the return, the Bulldogs will take over on their 25-yard line.
Again, the Louisiana Bulldogs trailing by 12. 2-score game, and the first time they've been trailing by 2, as you just said, in this ball game.
And we have a quarter and under a half to go.
Which
so it starts here.
As we've seen, is plenty of time.
Yeah, we saw a great comeback. They got within 3 and actually had a chance against Father Tolton earlier this season. They've been a pretty good second-half team. And in for his first run of the second half. Pyle still pushing forward. Yeah, I like this. Old-time football and all the way out to the 45-yard line. DeMarco Green and the offensive line with a huge gain.
The pile itself advanced 10 yards.
Yeah, after the initial play probably.
Which was good for a first down.
Yeah. I mean, that was from the 25 to the 45-yard line. So 10 on the run, 10 more on the push. And here we go. Did you see how happy the linemen were after that run?
That's their kind of fun.
Exactly. 1st and 10 from the 45. McCormick will keep it himself. He's got 5. He's got 10. They try and tackle him up high. He's already across to the 40-yard line. Gain of 15 and a late couple of flags come in. All sorts of flags now after that scrum. DeMarco Green involved. As coach gets him to the sideline and away from that trouble.
Looked like Nate Womack, Wright City, was in the center of all of that.
A hat out there, everybody's flags. I think the initial run and
3 flags, a hat, and what I think is a garter.
Well, let's not be sarcastic, you know. I think maybe Jack Logan's night is through. His hat is off. And we're going to have folks ejected from this ball game on both sides, I believe. The flag's offset, so the play stands. It'll be Louisiana 1st and 10 from the Wright City 40-yard line. Coach Smith trying to calm down some of the players on the Louisiana sideline after that scrum. 1st and 10 for Louisiana. And they're going deep. Far or knee sideline, it's caught and in for the touchdown. Richards in for the touchdown. That's exactly what you have to do after a play like that ends, is go for the deep ball, and Louisiana is into the end zone. A 40-yard connection between Kenny McCormick and Donovan Richards on the near sideline.
Beautifully thrown ball by McCormick. Nice catch and finish by Richards.
3:53 to go in the third quarter, and it's a 6-point ball game with the 2-point conversion yet to come. Louisiana trailing 40-34 here in the third quarter. What a throw, what a catch by Richards. Two-point conversion. McCormick. Oh, through the hands of Sylvia on a pitch. They were going with the Patrick Mahomes playbook on the two-point conversion. It fails, though, and Louisiana trails by 6. 40-34 with 3:53 to go in the third quarter. This is the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
We've all been there. It's time to mow the grass and that dad blame lawnmower will not start. So you go get the weed eater, and it's broken down too. Okay, forget the grass. Let's cut some wood. Yep, you know it. The chainsaw's gone kaput also. What the heck? You need to pack it all up and visit Jerry Cox at Williams Road Repair Shop in Silex. Williams Road Repair Shop specializes in lawn and garden equipment repair, chainsaws, and weed eater repair. Williams Road Repair Shop, 993 Highway PP, Silex.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
40-34, Wright City leading Louisiana here. Getting late in the third quarter. Still time for about 70 more points in this ball game. Week 9 has been exciting.
We've seen a mix of deep kicks and onside kicks. I'd say about 50-50.
Uh-huh. Logan with his helmet back on, so I think he's still in this ball game. I'm not sure if we ended up with any ejections after that. Onside kick, and it's recovered. Got to down him.
That's one of the first that hasn't actually proved to be interesting.
Yeah. Falling on it that time was, I believe, Nate Womack. I think that's a 4, right? Oh, no, Edwards. It was a
49-yard line.
I was way off on that one. These numbers they're just bad.
If you
Number
miss the pregame, there's some blue. Do you call that piping on the sleeves? White jersey along with yellow numbers.
That's a
in
shoulder
white.
yoke.
Shoulder yoke.
That
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
If you would say shoulder yoke, I'd know exactly what you're talking about.
I am always scanning the Uniform Watch Twitter feeds. As this one is into the secondary and finally brought down at the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Nice pop by Richards. He didn't actually make the tackle, but he definitely changed the momentum of the runner.
Yeah, moved him from going north to going now west.
Sent him towards Wallace Memorial Park.
Exactly. So 1st and 10 after that run from the Bulldog 35 for Wright City. 3:25 to go. Clock is running here in the third quarter. Quarterback keeps it on the near side, ran about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There's another hold they got away with, and he's going to finally take it all the way down to the 13-yard line. I mean, there is just no such thing as a hold in this game.
Nice pursuit by Nick Tula, but McRoberts just too quick.
All the flags, I believe, in this ball game have been personal fouls. So 1st and 10 from the 11 for Wright City as they're looking to go back up by 2 scores. Not a whole lot of defense has been played in this ball game. Quarterback keeps it himself. McRoberts is brought down after a gain of maybe one. Now they're going to say no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Whole pile of Bulldogs on the stop. Siler Feldorf there in the mix as well.
Good to see him back on the field after he went down on the first drive, re-injuring that leg that's been bothering him the last few weeks.
Strategically, this would be a great place for Louisiana to get the ball back.
Yeah. Bulldog defense would definitely love a takeaway here.
40-34 the score. Wright City up by 6.
Roberts leading the offense. Give up the middle and a touchdown. Wright City into the end zone again with 1:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. Jeremiah Davis for 10, and it's 46-34 with the extra point yet to come. This to make it a 13-point lead. High snap, and this one is through. It was close on the near side, but that makes it a 13-point game. 47-34 with 1:52 to go in the 3rd. This is the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, B&J Septic, and Advanced Eye Care.
Reed Insurance in Bowling Green is dedicated to providing the best service in finding insurance policies in senior health care, as well as individual and group health insurance that fit your budget. For the last 10 years, Marla Reed has been writing new insurance policies and resolving issues on policies of those insured. In addition to health insurance packages, Reed Insurance Agency also has experience in writing crop, accident, auto, and commercial packages. Stop by and see Marla at Reed Insurance, 1500 Business, Highway 54 in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Wright City 47, Louisiana 34 here in the 3rd quarter. Over at North Callaway, Bowling Green. 2 more touchdowns from Marcus Starks, lead 61-6 with 21 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. So they're looking to keep that game average over 70 points. And it looks like they're giving the first-team offense a little more time as the kick goes deep. Here's Richards on the near sideline, little stutter step, and he is pushed out of bounds. And then, he released just before getting flagged for a late hit. We saw a few of those last week.
There's been some talk regarding the Bowling Green offense, of course, and not just Bowling Green, but any team that finds themselves in that type of situation when you're having to sit the kids for the second half towards the end of the season. You've got a whole team full of kids who aren't used to playing 4 quarters.
Yeah. And don't forget, the JV offense and defense have been pretty good this year for Bowling Green.
They've had an outstanding year.
They were undefeated in their games and played the second half of every varsity game this year. So they played a lot of football. Here's McCormick on first down after the kickoff and ran a long way to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe actually lost a yard on the play.
Having a handful of those games, one would argue, can keep you fresh. Having a whole season full of those games.
Yeah. He did get back to the line. So Louisiana has it 2nd and 10 from their own 33. Down to a minute 15 to go in the third quarter. And Wright City being smart. They're just taking a knee because they know, oh, now they go through the line. just as I was giving them credit.
Offside on the Wildcats. They bring up 2nd and 5.
They're drawn off, and it'll be 2nd and 5 now.
And 47-34 is the score. 13-point lead for Wright City with just over a minute to go in the third quarter.
They wind the clock again. Final minute of the third quarter. Nope, Wright City scored. Nothing going on there. On 2nd down as DeMarco Green stopped for no gain. 3rd and 5. So it is now 61-14 Bowling Green. And that is tied for the most points they've given up in a game all season long.
The majority of those, I think, still in the second half of ball games.
Here's DeMarco, and he's cut down from behind. It's going to be 4th and about 3.
Looked initially like he found a hole. Now it looks like maybe found a cramp as he's a little slow getting up.
Well, he's been dealing with that. Yeah, and he's holding that ankle again that he had retaped earlier. And that probably going to be the final play of the third quarter anyway. 4th and 3, decision time for Louisiana as we head to the 4th, it looks like. Yeah, they're going to wind off that last point 4. 34 for Louisiana, 47 for Wright City, and a big 4th down decision when we start the 4th quarter on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Jackson Automotive, Central Elevator, W5 Auction Services, and DG Firearms LLC.
Spring Valley Accounting Services of Silex reminds you taxes don't have to be taxing. Denise and Nancy are here to help you with your taxes and are up to date with the newest tax codes. Plus, they offer a full range of accounting services including payroll, general ledger, invoice preparation, year-end closings, business startup consultation, notary service, and much more. Spring Valley Accounting Services, professional and confidential tax preparation you can trust. Call 573-384-5088 for more info or stop by 175 Sitten Branch Road in Silex.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the 4th quarter, Louisiana trailing Wright City 47-34 here in Week 9, our high school football game of the week. Bulldogs facing 4th and 3 from their own 40-yard line. And you got to go for it or at least try and draw them off here, right?
That wouldn't be a bad way to pick up a couple of yards.
Here we go. McCormick reverse to the near side. 1st down and more. Into the open field is Zira. Probably missed another hold there and finally knocked out of bounds deep in the Wright City territory, all the way down to the 17-yard line.
That secondary of Wright City has some closing speed.
Yes, they do. But a big 4th down conversion. And the Bulldogs are in business now. Inside the 20-yard line to the 17. And here is a run and into the end zone is Wyatt Harrison for the touchdown. Comes with 11:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. Harrison gets Louisiana a little closer.
And Louisiana is going to look to try to make it a 5-point ball game.
47-40. They've gone for the 2-point conversion every single time tonight, and the coaches getting together on the near sideline to discuss which play they want to make here.
Fourth quarter just underway.
The two-point conversion. Fakes the option, and Kenny McCormick into the end zone for the two-point conversion. Make it a 5-point game, 47-42. Wright City leads Louisiana. What a shootout we've got tonight. 11:45 to go in the fourth on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner-broker of Remax Realty Shop, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Silex Banking Company.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
47-42, Wright City leads after the, a 12-yard touchdown or 16? Where was that from?
No, I think you're correct, right? 12?
Yeah, I think that was right, by Wyatt Harrison. Two-point conversion added by Kenny McCormick.
The shootout at Cunningham Field continues.
Yeah, we're at 89 combined points.
The Louisiana Bulldogs were trailing by 5 at halftime. They were down 33-28, and they're trailing by 5 now, have pulled back to within 5 as they went down by 2 scores early in this second half, and are now back to within 5. So another good time for the Louisiana Bulldogs to make a stand defensively.
At Kingdom City, Bowling Green in victory formation, leading 61-14 over North Callaway. So they're your EMO conference champions with a perfect 9-0 record, 7-0 in the conference. And high bounce, and Louisiana's got it. Onside kick, Alex DeZira.
Even better than a defensive stand, not giving the ball back.
Exactly. What is that, the second or third onside they've recovered in this ball game? Had a couple opportunities. I know they pulled in one in the first half pretty early on. So back-to-back possessions, and the Bulldogs with a chance to retake the lead here. Start on their Wright City 45-yard line.
Zero hogging the spotlight the last 30 to 60 seconds.
Yeah. They line up those three receivers out to the right this time. Logan still in the ball game on the near sideline. Sylvie at the tight end position. And they'll run it up the gut with Kenny McCormick, and he gets a couple before he's pushed back. Looks like he had two. Be 2nd and 8. Well, they're just going to move it back and give him one to the 44-yard line. Looked like he got
a lot of running there for that yard.
Yeah, I thought he got it to the 43 before he was pushed back, but the officials say no, just one.
2nd and 9 is what the Bulldogs are facing right now, down by 5. Clock rolling, 11-11.
McCormick alone in the backfield. Still have those three receivers on the far side. And flags come out pre-snap. Sylvie may have left early. I need to see the flag come out. Nope, a timeout was taken. Okay. Interesting. 11:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. Louisiana trailing 47-42 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
47-42. Wright City leading Louisiana here in week 9 of high school football. Mark Front, Gordon Sanders here. Bowling Green has won their ball game, set a new single-season Bowling Green scoring record.
Lowest offensive output of the season tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. 61 points. And probably more second-half points than they've scored all season. 21, I think, in the second half. Here's Harrison on first down, or on second down and 9, and he takes it across the 40 to the 39 of the Wildcats. It'll bring up third down.
About a 5-yard gain will bring up third down and about 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. Clock running down to 10:45. 5-point ball game. Louisiana trails. Got the onside kick after the touchdown, and here's Harrison again, and was very close to the first down. The official on the near side who has the spot
looks like he's going to be short by
looked at the 35 and then ran back to the 36, putting him a yard shy of the first down. So now a 4th and 1 for Louisiana. Trips to the near side on 4th and 1. You think they're all blocking? Kenny trying to get that 1 yard, got it. Knocked out of bounds. And a first down. And that is what he does best.
And it did appear they were all blocking.
Yes. 9:52 to go in the ball game. 1st and 10 on the converted 4th down to the 34-yard line of the Wildcats. They'll bring in those receivers on the far side now. Down to 20 seconds on the play clock. Crowd a little antsy here. They give to Harrison as he was in motion, and he'll get about 4 yards down to the 30. I'll give him 4. 2nd and 6. And the clock moving again down to 9:30. Louisiana looking to retake the lead after being down by 2 scores here in the second half. Harrison again rumbling forward and finally brought down, kind of folding half backwards. Set up a very manageable 3rd down and about 3, maybe 4. It'd be 3rd and 3.
4 yards to go.
Just under 9 minutes now. 8:55 on the clock. It's continuing to roll. 47-42 the score. Again, Bulldogs trailing by 5.
Set up on the near hash. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side. 1-on-1 coverage on the near side with Jack Logan. But they're going to continue to run. Here's Kenny McCormick. 1st down yardage down to the 20, make it the 19.
Up the middle for another Bulldog 1st down.
Converts the 3rd down and keeps this drive alive. Into the red zone now for Louisiana with 8:25 to play. DeMarco Green has looked like his leg's about to fall off on the sideline all night, and then goes in and busts off nice runs. McCormick kind of got caught by himself in the backfield, but jumped around one man, takes it down inside the 15 to about the 12. And Kenny
did a good job of turning what could have been a loss into a gain for the Bulldogs.
Down to 7:47 to play here in the 4th quarter. Harrison.
Nowhere to go.
Yep. Push back. They'll blow the whistle dead. After he got back to the line of scrimmage, it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Wyatt Harrison fights back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring down 3rd down and about 3.
Just outside the 10-yard line are the Bulldogs. Clock still running, down to 7:20 to play. Bulldogs trying to pull back ahead. 2 receivers on the near side. Logan in single coverage on the far side. Harrison in the backfield along with McCormick in a deep shotgun. On the option, McCormick going to keep it himself, and he's got first down yardage all the way down, still moving inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Kenny McCormick putting in the tough work here in the fourth quarter, and it's first and goal for the Bulldogs. These are not easy yards. Down to 6:40 to play. Louisiana down by 5.
DeMarco Green still hobbling around a bit on the sideline, as has been Brady Shepard for most of the second half.
Yeah, he got dinged up early. Here's Harrison fighting, and he'll be stopped short of the goal line.
Looks like just short, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe a yard.
Wyatt Harrison up the middle, maybe a yard and a half. They bring up second down.
Yeah, they're going to put it at the 3, actually. Second and goal from the 3. Bulldogs trying to pull ahead here in the last half of the fourth quarter. We're under 6 minutes to play now. McCormick. Harrison on the run, and he is no signal yet. Bulldogs
waiting for
saying
it.
Touchdown. They're saying he's short. Ooh. Ref came in from the far side. Third and goal. Third and goal for Louisiana. Here we go. Third and 1. Or third and goal from the 1. I'm going by what the down marker says, not the scoreboard. McCormick. Stopped. Short, it'll be 4th down.
Big stop for the Wildcats. And a huge 4th down for Louisiana.
He was stood up. It was 1-on-1. And the linebacker came in, and he'll check out, actually. Fourth and goal from back to the 3-yard line. Now, Louisiana going to take a timeout. Burn their second one in the second half. They've got 1 to go. 4:34 to go in this ball game. 47-42. Louisiana trails Wright City here in Week 9 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Williams Road Repair Shop and JGS Cattle Company, Reed Insurance Agency, and Spring Valley Accounting.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
It's a final in the Farmers Cup. Mark Twain beat Van Far 64-8. So the Tigers grab a Week 9 win over Van Far. Van Far will finish with just 1 win on the season.
Strong finish to the year for the Mark Twain Tigers.
4:34 to go. 4th and goal from the 3 for Louisiana, trailing by 5. This is the football game.
See, I was waiting for you to say the way this has gone, we still have time for 4 more scores.
This is the football game right here.
Did you just want to say this is the football game?
This is the football game. McCormick on the reverse. They snuff it out, and zero is brought down. Turnover on downs, loss of 5-6 on the play. And that is a huge blow to the Louisiana effort. Wow. They had that one sniffed out early. So the defense needs a takeaway now. 4:29 to go. Bulldogs trail by 5. Wright City with the ball. You cannot take even one play off here defensively to feel bad about yourself.
Early on in the ball game, the Bulldogs defense did look stout against Wright City.
To the far side on the run. There's a hold. They haven't called it all night. And this is a huge run. Still on his feet. Makes a move. Ball's out.
Loose.
The ball is out. Louisiana, I believe, has it. Oh, my goodness. I asked for a takeaway. I didn't think I would get one, especially on the end of a run like that. Wow. Now you still have a long way to go.
The way Coach Pitzer drew that up, he was supposed to pop the ball loose around the 30.
Yeah. 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs from their own 46 after the turnover. This game is bonkers. This is how Week 9's supposed to be. Tooth and nail to the end. Unbelievable. And the Go Big Rent chant starts here at Cunningham Field. This has been wild. McCormick on first down, nothing there. 2nd and 10. And you got to come up with something different.
No gain, and bring up 2nd down and 10.
Down to 4 minutes to go.
Louisiana needing to move the ball.
Maybe a little play action here or something. It's been a while since they've thrown that deep ball. That would have been a great opportunity to throw the deep ball there after Wright City went through that emotional roller coaster. 2nd and 10. Pitch on the option. Harrison caught from behind. He'll end up getting about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Louisiana from midfield. Give him, exactly 5. Down to the 48-yard line of the Wildcats, down to 3:19 to go. This is a big 3rd down play.
McCormick still in the backfield.
Send Richards and Zero over to the far side.
Harrison's in the ball game. Split to the left would be Logan.
Harrison and McCormick in the backfield. To the near side, very close to the first down. He's knocked out about a yard short, it looks like. Right at the Wright City 45. It's going to be 4th down and less than a yard.
Kenny doesn't shy away from putting the shoulder down.
No, he's a back at heart.
We got 4th down and about 1 yard.
Wright City looking for their 2nd stop on 4th down here in the last couple minutes. They really key in. They tried to pull them off. That didn't work. Down to 22 on the play clock. Louisiana needs a yard to keep this drive going. From the Wright City 45. High snap. Fakes the option. He's got the yardage he needs. Down to the 39-yard line. Kenny McCormick really sold the pitch option there and converts for a 1st down.
Nice hands by McCormick on your right, what was a high, hard snap.
Clock continues to run down to 2:43. Clock actually did not start, but now it does. 1st and 10. And Harrison comes out the other side. He's got 1st down yardage and more. Down to the 25, 24-yard line of the Wildcats. 15 yards and another 1st down for Louisiana.
Good job by Harrison holding on to it. The Wildcats putting lots of extra effort into trying to strip the ball.
2:27. 47-42 Wright City. What a ball game. And now on the far side, I think Wright City took a timeout or an official's timeout on the far sideline. The chain broke. So an official's timeout. This happened at Bowling Green a few weeks ago. 47-42, 2:11 to go in the ball game on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Sun Window Company, and Lynn's Heritage House.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
First down for Louisiana after the officials' timeout from the 24-yard line of the Wildcats. Bulldogs trailing by 5 with 2:11 to go. Not sure, they may end up putting more time on the, well, they probably would have taken care of that already. It was at 2:26 when they started having the issue with the chain on the far side there after the first down was converted on that 15-yard run. So we're going to stay at 2:11 to go. Bulldogs trailing by 5. Had some trouble in the red zone at times during this game. 25 on the play clock. It's not moving yet. 3 receivers, 2 to the far side. That'd be to the right, 1 on the left, or the near sideline. And they're still messing with that chain on the far side.
Harrison still in the backfield with McCormick. Sylvie, tight end on the right side of the line.
And this was, of course, after they thanked the chain gang for a great season. McCormick, along with Harrison in the backfield for Louisiana. Haven't used the passing game much here in the second half. They'll switch sides with Harrison. McCormick gets a block, and he'll get a couple, stays in bounds. And it'll be second and about 8, it looks like.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And Kenny had to fight for both of those.
Down to a minute 35, so really the clock starting to be a factor.
Wright City has shown the ability to strike quickly.
Yeah, so you want to use a lot of it. You got 1 timeout in your pocket.
Preferably use all of it.
Yeah. But you don't want to run out of time. And you want to get in the end zone. McCormick going deep to the near side, and there's the flag. Pass interference called. Logan went 1-on-2. And Louisiana will have it first. Will have a first down. It's not a spot foul. They'll mark it from the previous spot, 10 yards, I believe.
And it is what I think we've seen a lot of the last few weeks in the NFL, a ball that was just a little underthrown.
Yeah.
And the defender.
Yeah, it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, a first down for Louisiana. Just outside the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And a timeout taken by Wright City. That's their first. Minute 5 to go here in the 4th. Bulldogs trailing 47-42 on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Miller Ag Services, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Baragiola Hardware and Lumber.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Minute 5 to play here in regulation. 47-42, Louisiana trailing Wright City here in the final week of the regular season. District start a week from tonight. Bowling Green won their game at North Callaway 61-14. They'll get an opening round bye in their district. I believe Centralia will have another opening round bye in a 6-team bracket after MMA ended their season early. Here's 1st and 10. McCormick keeps it on the option. He's inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Be 2nd down for Louisiana.
Received a note from an MMA fan who said they prefer to look at it as not losing a single game in district play.
That'll work too. Is that from Coach Menny? 2nd and 6 after a gain of 4 from the 6-yard line. Bulldogs trying to punch it in here. We're down to 30 seconds to go in this ball game. McCormick, pitch out, and goal line. Is he in? No. Just shy. Harrison on that pitch. 1st and goal for Louisiana. 22.8 seconds to go. 22.8 seconds to go. What a pitch by Kenny McCormick to Wyatt Harrison, and they are on the goal line now. They were stopped here on their last possession. Can they will them in? McCormick. Touchdown, Louisiana! The Bulldogs are in the end zone and have the lead. Kenny McCormick for 1 yard. He's got 3 touchdowns of 1 yard each tonight, and Louisiana pulls ahead 48-47 with 18.7 seconds to go. How about these Bulldogs tonight?
Louisiana worked the clock.
Did they take enough time off? The way Wright City has put together drives tonight. Big plays tonight. You got to squib kick it. That'll take care of about 8 seconds. Then you got to stop 1, maybe 2 plays, right?
That'd be roughly the way I'm guessing it'll be drawn up.
Going for 2. Another pitch out, pitch forward to Sheldon Sylvie, and he dives for the goal line and is in. Sheldon Sylvie on the 2-point conversion, 50-47. A field goal lead against a team with a field goal kicker. 18.7 seconds to go. The Bulldogs are ahead here in week 9 and have put 50 on the board. We'll be back with the finish of this one after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Mike Henry Excavating, Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
50-47, Louisiana leads Wright City. Under 20 seconds to go. I'm not saying I'm not thinking about the Brentwood game last year, but I'm thinking about the Brentwood game from last year. You need the stop this time. You need a win. That was such a heartbreaker.
A Hail Mary.
Exactly. You need this one. This win could propel this program forward. 50-47. Louisiana scores. Kenny McCormick from a yard away. 18.7 seconds to go in the game. Heck, Bowling Green fans might be back to Bowling Green by the time this game ends. Louisiana looking for a victory here in week number 9. And it's not a huge crowd here tonight, but they have been loud and backing their Bulldogs. The Big Red support has been amazing tonight. Here we go. 18.7 seconds to go. Kick. And Louisiana has it go out of bounds. Oh, they almost secured that ball, and that would have been it. It goes out of bounds, but I think it touched somebody first, right?
I think it did. It was Alex who came dangerously close to it.
Yeah.
Did touch the ball before it went out of bounds.
And
I
it
think
touched a Wright City player first.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're talking about right now.
Yeah, they'll wipe off the flag. So 16.2 seconds to go. 16.2 seconds to go.
3-point lead for the Louisiana Bulldogs. They just scored and converted. 2-point conversion. They're up 50-47.
First and 10 for the Wildcats from the Bulldog 37. Here we go. They're in kind of a prevent defense. Empty backfield. Almost got Louisiana to jump off. Almost did again. 3-man front for the Bulldogs. Tons of linebackers and a lot of D-backs. A lot of secondary out there. And here we go. They're going to the air. They haven't gone there like all night. There it is. Over to the far side. It's caught and out of bounds at about the 43-yard line for Wright City. It's second down. 6.6 seconds to go.
The good news is that play took a while to develop. 10 seconds off the clock.
This is the final play of the game, most likely, from the Wright City 42-yard line.
With the Wright City speed, they're looking to get that with some open space, obviously.
Same defense. You got defensive backs and safeties 20 yards or more off the line, and a timeout taken by Wright City. That's their second. They have 1 to go. 6.6 seconds to go. The Bulldogs lead the Wildcats 50-47 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, B&J Septic, and Advanced Eye Care.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
50-47 our score. 6.6 seconds to go. Louisiana needs one more stop to beat Wright City here in week number 9. Final night of the regular season. Here we go. Prevent defense for the Bulldogs. Empty backfield. Tons of wide receivers out there. Here we go. Throws it to the near side. It is caught. Lateral and gets away. Going backwards. On the far side, he's got blocking in front of him. And not brought down. Brought out of bounds. Louisiana wins. The Bulldogs win here in week number 9. What a comeback. 50-47 is our final. They finally bring him down. Boy, my stomach was in knots on that last play of the ball game. The Bulldogs win 50-47. Back with the postgame for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high-interest rate CD. Or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
What a ball game and what a way to end the regular season. Louisiana here at home has defeated Wright City 50-47. Unbelievable ball game. What a night for the Bulldogs, and what a way to end the regular year. 50-47. They trailed by 2 touchdowns here in the second half. Near the start of the fourth quarter, they score one. They were stopped on a 4th and goal from the 1, and get at the go-ahead touchdown with under 20 seconds to play. What a way to end the regular season. Absolute 4 quarters of football for both of these teams. And here comes Gatorade, and they're going to chase down. That's Harrison and Alex Zerwa, and here comes. They got him. Gatorade over the head of head coach Greg Pitzer. And the Bulldogs are just having fun here, picking up their 3rd win of the season here on senior night and the final night of the 2022 regular season campaign. Districts next week, 50-47 is our final. We'll take a break, come back, and break this one down for you after this on KJFM.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Jackson Automotive, Central Elevator, W5 Auction Services, and DG Firearms LLC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
50-47, our final. The Louisiana Bulldogs come from behind to beat the Wright City Wildcats by 3 tonight, scoring the go-ahead touchdown and 2-point conversion in the final 20 seconds. And Gordon Sanders back up here with us. How long has it been since we've seen a game like this? Just back and forth. The Bulldogs, they had a chance to do this to Father Tolton, came up a little short earlier this season. This Bulldog team, they're just fun.
We've talked about the steps with a program, being competitive, putting points on the board, and holding on to those victories down the stretch, but also being able to come from behind, put up points, and pick up a win and hold on to it. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff, and this is a huge momentum booster going into the first week of districts. You're going to be the lower seed. You're going to probably have to play on the road, but this one shows that you can win these tight ball games. You can come back from multiple scores down, and you can win when folks probably have you written off.
Somebody got the Gatorade bath.
That was Coach Greg Pitzer. It was Wyatt Harrison and Alex Zerwa that doused him as he was going to meet the team in the east end, or west end zone here at Louisiana. And let's go ahead and take a break. A 3-point win for the Bulldogs coming from behind, and we're going to talk to the winning quarterback here in a minute. As he's turned around and gone back the other way, but he's coming back up here. We'll get Kenny McCormick after the break here on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner-broker of Remax Realty Shop, B&R Auto Body and Sandblasting, and Silex Banking Company.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
50-47, our final, Louisiana over Wright City here in Week 9. And Kenny was so close to being in the booth with us for a second there, and then went back to take some pictures with the seniors. But he'll be joining us in a minute, a chance to recap some of the scores from around the area.
And we had talked a little bit earlier, that picture you were talking about, senior night tonight, as there was a big presentation before the ball game.
Yeah, that honored all the seniors from the football team, the trap shooting team, the cheerleaders, and the band. There were a lot of them. There was almost the whole home sideline was full. Bowling Green defeated North Callaway in Kingdom City 61-12. And really that'll keep them right around 70 points per game this season. But Bowling Green sets their school record for points in a season. And they're looking to add to that for several more weeks.
In the regular season, I believe the low was tonight at 61 and the high was 83, I believe.
Yep, that's right. It was Mark Twain over Van Far in the Farmers Cup ball game. I believe that was a 64-7 victory for Mark Twain.
I think you're right. That sounds right.
South Shelby beat Palmyra 31-6. First 6-3 season for South Shelby since 2014. So maybe they're turning the corner a little bit.
Their corner was helped a little bit by the decline of Palmyra and a couple other teams that have struggled in the Clarence Cannon Conference, which didn't used to be the case.
Centralia falls tonight to Macon, 20-14. So that's the number 2 seed in the in Bowling Green's district. So they'll be 7-2 instead of 8-1, like they thought they'd be going into that district game.
Yeah, and there are some solid ball clubs there. You've got Macon, you've got Centralia, and we talked about it, the districts for Bowling Green. We'll get back to that again in a little bit, and then, of course, districts just around the corner for Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. And we're moving some stuff around here as we get the winning quarterback. Let's talk to Coach Greg Pitzer. We'll go with you first. Boy, how proud of you of these guys are you tonight?
Oh, infinitely proud, Mark. I mean, it was an unbelievable game. Neither team could stop each other. Yeah, I told the boys down there after the game, I've never seen a Louisiana team fight like that and come out on top. We've had so many close calls the last 3 years, and to finally come out on the right end, it's just an unbelievable feeling for me and for these guys.
We talked about that trip to the city that kind of ended in heartbreak to end last year. The Father Tolton game where you guys got within 3 to get it over the finish line, especially when it looked pretty bad. You guys got stopped on a 4th and goal from the 1, but were able to get the ball back on the end of a big run going the other way.
Yeah, I mean, we made a big play on defense, on the first play on defense, forced us a fumble and got the ball right back. And you know, I just want to give credit to a lot of our kids. They played hurt tonight, and we lost both our 2 running backs in the first quarter or first half.
Yeah,
Siler Feldworth went down with a knee injury again, and we were down 4 starters early in the game, and at halftime kind of scrambled, but we put together a decent plan, and we were able to come out and execute it to the best of our ability and came out on top.
Wyatt had a big second half running the ball for you. He stepped up into that role and really made a difference.
Yeah, I mean, Wyatt Harrison, totally gutsy performance, and it's been a gutsy year for him all year, playing with a lower back injury. Just been trying to limit his touches, but in a game like this, I mean, he's got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, he performed to the best of his ability.
And then Kenny, 3 touchdowns of a yard each.
Kenny's the man. He's the man.
He was good tonight. And congratulations, Coach. Let's talk to your
get the man on here.
Winning quarterback, Kenny McCormick. Kenny, man, what a ball game. How fun was it to be out there tonight for this game?
It was a really fun game.
Just going back and forth up and down the field. You guys couldn't stop them. They couldn't stop you. It came down to the final minute. And what was it like in the huddle there as you're moving it down the field?
It was intense. We had to get everybody going. Everyone who looks at Louisiana thinks we underachieved. Got at it. Just kept pushing it and pushing.
You guys have been so close so many times. How good did it feel when you guys got that stop going back the other way and the clock was all zeros?
It felt amazing. It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable up here. I was jumping up and down for you guys up here in the booth. Gordon had to settle me down a little bit just to get into the post game, but I've been wanting this so long for you guys to get a victory like this and a 50-47. I know it's not the way you guys want to do it. You wanted to beat them by 20, but just to put it over the finish line, man, that's awesome. What was it like in half? I mean, in the third quarter, you guys were down 2 touchdowns at the end of 3. Were you guys down at any point? Did you doubt it at any point?
No, I don't think we doubted it. I think we just kept going at each other, pushing each other, and telling each other it wasn't over yet until the final whistle.
Man, it was awesome tonight. Congratulations,
Thank
Kenny.
you.
That's Kenny McCormick here on the post-game show. 50-47, the Bulldogs win here tonight and go into districts with some momentum as they try and get into the postseason here on Eagle 102. We'll take a final break, come back and wrap things up from Cunningham Field after this.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Bill Allen Auction Services, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, McMailer. McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating of Silex, offers septic system pumping and grease trap cleanouts. Just give them a call for all types of backhoe work with high lift and track hoe. They install water or sewer lines, septic tanks, and drain tile. They can build lakes, do dump truck work, jackhammering, bobcat work, and more. Fully insured, you can count on quality workmanship from McMailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating in Silex. Call 573-384-5978.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
50-47, our final. Worst post-game interview ever. I'm as excited as Kenny and Coach are and the rest of the Bulldogs. That was a ball game, and I was up here jumping up and down. I wasn't kidding about that. This is just a huge win and such a fun ball game and a great way to end the regular season. 50-47 as Louisiana comes from 2 touchdowns or 2 scores down to win this ball game.
Institution of higher learning, I'm looking for something better than a hell of a win, but it was a hell of a win. Trailing by 2 scores twice in that second half to pull it out, needing a big turnover, which you kind of called that, hey, you got to have this here. And they had it and marched down the field and scored and then stopped a team that was explosive throughout the evening.
Yeah, and, we talked about in keys to the game, watch the pass. It was the running game tonight for Wright City that really dominated until it was almost too late. They ended up getting that huge passing play, but most of that was the legs of McRoberts and a lateral after the initial catch, and it was a crazy play, and Louisiana's defense stuck to their guns. They stayed in that prevent. They didn't get sucked in when that ball changed hands, and they were able to make the stop on the far sideline to steal this victory.
Yeah, continued to track him down until they were able to drive him out of bounds. And with that kind of speed, you know, sometimes a prevent defense, you can only spread defenders so far when players are just that fast. And with
and
McRoberts,
they've got to keep a couple of them, yeah.
With Davis, we saw it several times through the course of the evening. There were 3 runs. There was a 49, a 55, a 65-yard run, and they happened quickly.
Yeah.
So, you know, hats off to Wright City, who played a heck of a ball game, and Louisiana, who came out on top.
50-47, our final. That'll do it for the regular season. We're into district action a week from tonight, and before that, Friday morning into afternoon, we'll have state Final Four softball next week, as Bowling Green will take on Chillicothe, and then hopefully into a state championship game on Saturday.
And as we wrap up the regular season here at Louisiana High School, a huge thank you to administrators at the school, the coaches, the staff, everybody who helps up in the press box and on the field and in making it an outstanding season.
50-47, our final. Louisiana over Wright City to end this regular season campaign. And we'll be back with more football a week from tonight here on Eagle 102. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM.